night pints. Let's go. Week like 20-something in a row. Very special night.
This pandemic has been going on for a long time.
Ladies' night.
It has to be longer than 20 weekends.
Yeah, it's a long one. It's probably like 30 by now. It's brought to you by Revitalyte. Revitalyte, it's got the electrolyte solution you need to stay hydrated, whether you're trying to be healthy or get back at it after. I mean, we got a degenerate crew right here.
They're the best.
So we all know why you're drinking.
When you're hungover, they make you feel better.
It's a great hangover drink. It's also just a great drink. It's just tasty. The orange is just good, according to Kayce.
That's the best one.
And the beauty of it is now you don't have to go down the baby aisle. Like you used to have to go down the baby aisle to get this stuff and pretend.
Do
Lady of the hour here, Kate, Mama Kate. We'll talk to her in a minute. But usually you have to go down the baby aisle, and everyone else is getting baby things, and you're like crippled and grabbing it and like, yeah.
It can be very awkward, yeah.
Now you can just get the Revitalyte. It's for adults too. You can rehydrate, recover, and repeat. Go to drinkrevitalyte.com/find to find out more about it.
It's in liquor stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in liquor stores. So they're just like cutting.
You can get both at the same time.
Pretty
You
smart
don't have
to
to be
just
like
let's
standing next
cut
to the
the
people getting
chase.
diapers. Like,
Yes.
you can
That's
just,
fantastic.
We know what you're doing. You drink a bottle before bed, and then the other half in the morning, and you know you'll be feeling good. You get back on the wagon. I feel like you could use that right now.
I have some in my cup.
There
right
you
now.
go. All right. So proof positive. Go to drinkrevitalyte.com/find to find out more. Congratulations, Kate.
Okay, yay!
The first.
I'm looking at Kate's setup right now, and I might be pregnant too.
I mean, it is a beautiful
She's got
setup.
the Revitalyte, the snacks, the candy. Love it.
I love
well,
this, the mocktail.
So the thing behind my mocktail tonight is I got kids, so I can't drink right now.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm feeling a little sour about it. But somebody throw a rope in you, you throw a rope in your drink. You put a little Revitalyte, the only brand I trust to hydrate my fetus, into your thing. There you go. A little bit of seltzer, so you feel like you're
Get some
hanging with the
bubbles up
crew.
in there.
Little bubble.
Some bubbles.
Love a bubble.
And tell me you're not jealous.
I mean,
it does look
that
very
looks
nice.
delightful. Absolutely
I
delightful.
prefer that.
Still here to party. Yeah. Let me know tomorrow. I'll stop by your apartments. I'll make you one of these bad boys.
Are those to share, the Sour Patch Kids?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pass them around.
You could jug some around.
for everyone.
Let's get some cups out. We'll get some snacks going.
I have to say, I was telling her this earlier, she did such a good job of hiding. Like, she looks pregnant now.
Yeah.
You didn't yesterday.
Whoa.
No.
Check it out.
Look.
This looks pregnant over here.
That's right. How did she hide that
Even
from
if she's
everybody?
pregnant, I still feel weird being like, you look pregnant. I feel like I should tell you you don't.
Yeah, I don't want to say too
But
much.
you
okay.
could be-
And
you
you could
do.
be 9 months old, and I still will not tell you that you look
Yeah.
pregnant.
Until-
I'll be
unless
like, you
they
are
say-
beautiful and thin.
unless they say
Yeah,
they're
I'm never
pregnant.
gonna
You're
say it.
not a true friend. I want your honest opinion.
Well, I'll say it to you. I'm not gonna say it to a stranger.
Good, good.
Yeah. I got to the point where I was like, people are either gonna think I'm letting myself go, or I need to say it. And I was like, my vanity is too intense. I'm
Right.
pregnant.
What's more important, this secret or people thinking I'm gaining weight? Yeah, I know.
Sorry, but this is more important. Yeah. So.
I invited Kate on, what was that, Sunday maybe? It was, I guess it
Yeah.
was like this weekend, and she was like, yeah, I'd love to. And like 10 minutes later, I got another text being like, but I'm not going to be drinking. And I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know what that
You knew what
means.
that meant right away?
Yeah, I mean, in
it's
my
Kate.
world,
I just
No
feel like,
offense.
okay.
Exactly.
No
yeah,
offense.
no,
Yeah.
in my world,
Sure,
that,
you're not
that,
drinking?
that means one thing.
Smoke or something?
Yeah, so that was,
a situation that'll stop me from drinking besides pregnancy. Like I
That's
feel
the only
what
thing.
else- Right. Like what
Yeah.
else? What other reason? Even like antibiotics, you're not supposed to drink. I'm drinking on antibiotics. Like there are no. There's no situation where. I'm not. Yeah. Actually, it's
I was
kind
on
of
like
efficient.
one of those skin pills that made you want to kill yourself in high school.
Mhm.
Where it was like, we'll get you
Oh,
cleared
shit,
up,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
boy, is the suicide gonna be heavyweight on your body.
Okay.
And then I stayed on that for like 10 years. So I got on it.
Oh,
I
this
was
is
like,
all
like
making a lot more sense.
14,
I didn't know you were on it for that long.
I stayed on it for a long
Yeah.
time. And I was like 14 or 15 when it got prescribed to me, and then I went back to a doctor much later. And he was like, hey, you haven't been drinking on this stuff, have you? I was like, I'm 24, dude. Yeah.
I've been exclusively drinking on this.
Basically,
the only thing I've been
prescribed it,
doing.
but it doesn't make sense that you didn't ask when I was 15 years old. But I've been drinking on this the entire time.
If you killed yourself, then it's like clear skin.
There's what?
If you killed yourself, you'd have clear skin anyway.
Yeah.
It's ironic.
I look like a
So
good.
really-
I live a
Where
good
is the negative?
Look kind of good when you like, you know, put the makeup on them in the
Yeah,
coffin
dead corpse,
and stuff.
corpses are.
Yeah.
you-
Yeah,
you-
Or
that
they're
one
like
would have been like,
awful.
he's fine.
Yeah.
I don't even need to
I don't know, that
touch
was
him.
kind
He's
of
looking
dark.
good.
Yeah.
Fuck it, whatever.
Don't listen to me.
We can go dark. It's fine.
Kelly Keegs, welcome aboard. Congratulations
Thank
to you as well. Kelly's
Thank you.
finally in the mix here at
Thank you,
Barstool
thank
after
you.
about 100 years.
Appreciate that.
So that's gotta be exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. I want to talk about that right now, but I'm more focused on the fact that I want a high noon so bad.
Okay.
From
Let's
you.
get going.
I have been like kind of staring you directly in the soul.
He just didn't get you a drink this whole time?
No, he got everybody else but me. And I
Oh,
felt a little
fuck
rude.
you, Kelly.
Yeah, well, whatever. Kevin.
You don't
like,
want this
just-
Where'd the
margarita
cold
he
ones
tried to
go?
blend?
I don't want
Didn't
the
work
margarita
at
to try to
all.
blend.
Yeah, Kevin, you
really
really.
It's not his fault. The blender didn't work.
Yeah,
No,
listen,
you're
we
right.
tried to do
It is not
margaritas,
your fault.
and it really is just
There's
it's just a
like-
glorified
it's like-
stir. That's
it
really
looks
what
like
it
it's
does.
worse.
I mean, I'll maybe drink
Working.
that later, but right now I've got my eyes on it.
Isn't that what you would just, blend it?
Yeah, no, it's like a.
Looks like it's going around.
But it's not blending. It's a fairly severe
Stir.
mix.
It's a heavy stir.
You know what? Fuck you guys. This is great margaritas, so I'm gonna have one.
Good.
I'd
Hey,
like
would
to
you like
try it.
Yeah,
Feel fucking good.
Oh, the last, you guys, come on.
The last
Be
night that you
nice.
drank, we had
I'll
frozen
go.
margaritas.
Big frozen drinks.
Oh,
Did you know that?
there's ice.
Yeah.
The night that we
Yeah.
all got really drunk on frozen drinks was her last night drinking.
Really?
That was my final go. I woke up the next day feeling way worse than normal, and
Oh,
I
boy.
realized, I'm poisoning a baby.
That is always
Yeah.
that. There's that dicey period of time right
Yeah.
before you know it. It's like, oh boy, I was on spring
Something
break.
like that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But it was a great night.
It was a great night.
drinks. Really good time.
A lot of frozen margaritas.
Dabble a little bit.
I was at like a bridal shower recently where someone was pregnant, and I made a joke like, "Oh, I'll drink wine for you," and she was like, "Oh no, I'm drinking wine. I'm over it." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
That's when everybody is like, "You can drink wine."
about
She's like, "I'm
I
okay
didn't
with
like
it. Like,
that.
you
I
can
didn't
judge
like
if you
that
want,
at
but like,
all.
I'm okay with it."
I
And I was like,
drank-
honestly,
I
you're
don't like
that
it at all.
bitch.
Yeah.
I'm all for
I don't
that.
like it. It's too
I remember
sour.
I was
I'm
like,
kind of a
I was
pussy.
probably 8,
I'm a
because
pussy
I
when
think
it
my
comes to
mom was having her
I
alcohol.
don't
youngest
taste
kid.
like tequila in there.
And I walked in, and she was very pregnant.
Yeah.
And like me and my dad came home from
Listen.
something, and my mom was like laying on the couch like a beached whale. And this
Damn.
is
This
this
is Paul?
is this is not the image you would predict of my mother. Picking up a Heineken with one finger, and just like sipping on that. I think she only had the one, but I have a distinct memory of that. Just a whale on our couch drinking beer.
That's great.
I'm sure she's loving that
Yeah,
story.
so
right now.
Definitely tell us more about that.
Super pregnant.
Yeah.
A whale,
Okay.
Which
to be
sibling?
exact.
My littlest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're old enough to know that she. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was an adult at the time.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
Rear
call her
Admiral.
whales. Don't call her
Rear
whales.
Admiral
Just
Spit
don't
and
do it.
Chicklets
You're
reached
fine.
out and was like, my mom was crushing beers at Bruins games the whole way when she was pregnant with me, and I was like, that's why you're Rear Admiral.
That's
exactly
the PSA to
why.
not
It's
drink
like,
during
yeah,
pregnancy
yeah.
is Rear Admiral right there.
Yeah. So.
We had the big baby announcement today, which was with Maury Povich, which
Yeah.
is a dream fucking come true.
I know.
I'm extremely jealous that you guys got to announce, well, the father of your baby, at least the baby.
Thanks for
announced.
getting the dad excited finally. He was like, blah, blah, blah. And Lori.
He texted. We were texting, and he said something like, "I would love to try to do like a Maury Povich skit," and I was like, "We are interviewing him tomorrow."
Yeah.
Like he didn't know that. He was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to do some sort of Maury joke," and I was like, "Do you want to do it with Maury Povich?"
Yeah,
That was like
pretty
the
clutch.
best serendipity I've ever seen at Barstool. It was
And,
incredible.
and
Yeah.
I always get nervous asking someone to do what they're famous for.
Yeah.
And we were like, before the interview, we're like, hey, Maury, just so you know,
Oh,
like
he
at
was
the
the
end of
best.
this, like we're gonna ask one of our buddies to come on, and he's
Yeah.
gonna do a reveal. And Maury was like, let me get an envelope. Like,
Oh, he did.
he was
On
bought
it
it
right away.
100%.
And I was like,
feel like
gonna,
the more you have
I
to
didn't
buy
know
into
if he
that.
remembered names and the name of the company, so I was like, okay, Maury, so it's the Barstool bit, and before I could even explain anything, he just ran with
He
it.
was ready.
Because he's been doing it for 40
He's a
fucking
professional.
years.
Yeah.
Never,
I guess that
never
was
once
pretty
has Maury
obnoxious of
been
me.
unprofessional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 81.
What?
Yeah, right?
No, he's
81?
not.
Yes, 81.
He looks fantastic.
great.
I would
Yeah.
have
I
guessed
said
like
76.
He's also married to
I'm-
Connie Chung. Didn't know that.
That's
Oh
right.
wait, I think I did
Connie
actually
Chung.
know that.
Oh,
I'm
really?
surprised by the news.
Reporter.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he calls himself Mr. Chung. He's a very progressive
Does
man.
he?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for you,
Yeah.
Maury.
Yeah.
Maury.
For real.
You
I'm
know,
not
and
gonna
he
lie,
says
I
that,
was
but
wondering when Kate would announce the father because I feel like if we're being honest, like everyone wanted to know who the father was gonna be.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Who's Kate pregnant
Well,
with?" Like,
it was
because you did
also-
put in the blog.
Yeah.
You put in the
Yeah, you left
tag.
Easter
Tags
eggs.
were-
Yeah, I left a
And-
little Easter
yeah,
egg.
I guessed
and
it
you-
immediately. Just saying.
Thank you.
it was
She did.
crazy.
How
it
did
was
you
the
do
weirdest
stalking?
shit I've ever seen in
Did
my
you
life.
really?
Kate, I gotta tell you. First of all, I am a big stalker. I
The
watch
biggest.
everything.
It was
like
insane.
I see everything. I know everything.
She's
People act
watching.
like, oh,
She's
no.
Big Brother.
I'm
It's
always
crazy.
watching. I really am.
Yeah.
And so I was
I
thinking.
really am. I really am. I'm not joking.
So I was, just checking out some of your tweets, seeing like where you guys were at the same time, or what was like in the background of photos. And there was one just real red flag was Pat had your painting on the back of your wall in your apartment.
Yes.
She's good.
Behind him.
Yeah.
And I had
Kate, no, it
recognized
was
it from
crazy.
seeing it on your Instagram, and I was like, boom.
She
that's
was
it.
like, he flew into JFK in
I'm a
June.
detective.
He flew.
Yeah,
he,
no,
like,
okay.
it
Well,
was.
we don't need to tell her everything. She's gonna run away. She's sitting right here.
If you look at her full social, it's actually pretty similar to his, which is blah blah blah. So
Yeah, it
this
wasn't
is why
hard
you're
to do.
here.
Yeah.
This is
Kevin.
why you're gonna be. I mean, The Bachelor. I'm excited to watch all
Yeah.
that shit you guys have coming up.
I mean, if you're that good at it, you should just start selling your services for that.
Yeah.
It'll
She
be a
has
business
too
on
many
the
people
side.
of
Does
her own
anyone
that she's
want?
worried about.
Yeah, that's honestly true too. I have a lot of people on my own roster that I'm stalking all the time. So
At all times.
if I have
I mean,
room, yeah, $5 a pop.
You are absolutely insane.
Yeah, no.
You're
Do you
also
stop
offering
me?
that way too low.
Yeah,
$5?
Come on.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that a lot of people
$5.
will want it, and it takes me 5 minutes.
But Kelly,
very,
the people
very
dollar
would
minute.
pay, the fact that you did it to somebody else's relationship that you're not even close friends
True.
with. Like,
True. I honestly,
Yeah.
I wasn't like monitoring for a long time. I just was
Ah.
like, let me go check this
That's
out,
fine.
and 15 minutes later.
That's
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
She
what's
knew
crazy.
what I did.
I don't know
What's
what's
the
weirder is if
best
you watch it for months or if you did
investigative?
it in 15 minutes.
I
Either
don't
way, you're
know.
a
I
fucking
really don't
lunatic,
know.
Kelly.
Yeah, that's a
you're,
fact. Yeah.
you're a PI on social media. That's worth way more than $5.
Okay.
What are you
I'll go
most
back. You
proud
know what?
of?
I will rescind my offer for $5, and I'm gonna come back to you guys later and I'll let you guys know how much I'm actually going to charge for my services.
I want to know what's your like biggest find. Like, what's
Oh.
your like? Do you figure that
what's
out?
the
Hey, what's
crazy-
one you've been looking into that you're like, yeah.
Let's get juicy. Okay.
I don't know.
Full Christian names.
I don't know about that
I
one.
want.
There have been a few, but no.
That was the most ladies' night thing ever said.
Yeah.
Let's get juicy.
Really playing the role.
But no. Like
Well,
I
I mean,
said,
girls, you're all absolutely fucking insane. Stalking
What's crazy
and,
to me is-
and needing to know and all that. You're nuts.
people
I don't want to know
don't
anything.
think that anybody's paying attention though. Like people will just
Someone's
do things
always
like,
watching.
ooh, like whatever. This is this, this is that. Someone's always fucking watching,
always
and if it's
assume
not me,
somebody's
it's gonna be
watching.
somebody
You
else.
should.
But you're lucky
That's
that
a good
it's me.
rule to just
Yeah.
always
'Cause I know,
pretend
I'm
somebody
nobody's
is
issue.
Even if
stalking.
Somebody
it's
is always
actually
watching.
why I started going to therapy because I am too paranoid in my own apartment. I think
Uh-huh. Truman
always.
Show.
I know.
am
But
convinced.
it
I'm
is,
always,
he is always watching.
I'm always on the Truman Show, and I'm like
Yeah.
convinced you guys are all actors.
On
and
the
I'm
street,
like,
I'm walking, minding my own business. I see two people laughing. I automatically assume they're laughing at me. Like making fun of me. They're like whispering to themselves, making fun of me, and all of a sudden my day's ruined. I'm like, two random people on the street were making fun of me.
You're
They
crazy.
don't even care about
That
me
is true.
whatsoever.
Didn't even notice that you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's particularly
So
nuts.
No, I
always
get it. I'm
assume.
narcissistic.
Always
too.
assume.
Yeah.
No,
She's
no,
all
no,
about me at all
no,
times.
It's I mean,
Yeah. I think
1000%.
always assume is a good tag. That should be like
Yeah.
for real on my tombstone. Always assume. Like, that's just
Well,
She's-
that's quite the opposite of the famous saying,
never
don't assume
Yeah.
because make an ass
I
out of
think
you.
I think somebody made that up so they wouldn't get caught doing some shit they weren't supposed to do.
I think guys, I don't want to know anything about anybody, because then that's like responsibility.
I feel like
you
that's
know
all
what I mean?
guys are like that. They're
Ooh,
like,
I
I don't want to
Why?
know. I'm blind to it.
Because
and they're
if
just
I
stupid.
know something, then I feel, and especially that makes me like do something, or should I say something, or should I get involved? I'd rather do
You'd rather know nothing than know
Oh,
everything.
because then you go like, do I
That's
have to be mad
crazy.
about this?
Yeah,
Because I'm actually not.
absolutely.
Like, do I have to
then
really
I would
like? Do I have to
make
put on
shit
a
up in my
dog
own
and
head.
pony
Yeah,
show?
well,
that
that's
I'm
also
serious?
That's
partly
what's
what
worse.
girls
That's why I
do.
stopped.
Like, we don't do that. We just.
I would just make shit up.
Did you
so
see
I
that there's a
need to
tweet
know.
that went viral this week that said something like, how do men, like it's a girl, it says like, how do men just like lay down and fall asleep at night? And the reply
I don't get
went
that.
viral
How do you
and,
guys do
and
that?
said like, because we don't spend time making up hypothetical situations in our brain all day.
I wonder what that would
I
be
create
like
my own
to just
dreams.
not
Yes.
have a break for a minute, to not create
just not think.
situations in my
Yeah.
head. Yeah, just
That'd be
turn
great.
it off for like 15
I mean,
minutes.
just
like,
look
what
at
would
how
that
They
be?
fights
have
is.
to
It
have
would be
a
like
pill
that.
for
It's
that.
like, well,
It's just
I do,
nothing.
I envy.
No. I feel like Feidelberg is thinking a lot.
No.
Low key.
No.
I feel like everyone thinks that.
Yeah.
Everyone's pretty fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Do you
Really?
want people to think
He
that
said
of you?
he's.
Do you want
Aren't
them
you
to think like you've got a lot
notoriously
going
like
on?
when your
Whatever they
girls
want.
ask you like, what are you thinking? He's like, I swear nothing.
I was
swear.
staring at the wall.
Yeah.
I'm like a robot. I'm unbelievable. Just be like, we'll go on standby for the next 6 hours.
You're in sleep
That'd
mode.
be so nice.
Stand
That's
by.
what Marty
Yeah.
always says. That
Pay
he's
$1
like, just
million.
stop thinking about it. It's like
Yeah.
you can't just
You should.
stop
Just
thinking.
stop thinking.
He says it all the time. He's like, just stop thinking about it. Don't be sad
Don't
about
you
it.
wish you
It's like,
could?
I understand.
yeah,
like,
it's impossible.
like I'm LeBron James. I'm trying to tell Kevin, we'll just jump high and dunk it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I get it's difficult to grasp, but it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, just stop.
You can't just stop.
No, I mean I can. Maybe you can.
You should try really hard. You should really
That would
learn how
make me
to.
think more.
Stop thinking. Stop
No,
thinking.
I actually
Yeah,
like.
true.
I
That's a
like.
good point.
I looked into just because like all like the health apps and stuff now. People are like, you should really try meditation. And I like just looked
Oh,
up what
please.
meditation was. I'm like, oh, I'm meditating most of the
I
day.
do this all the time. What is this? Here not thinking.
Find peace and
Meditating
just
all day
silence in
long.
your head. Oh, okay.
Kate, what What are you
Got
gonna, Are you gonna have to like meditate more now? Like you can't drink or smoke or anything?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, like,
It
do
has been
meditation.
shitty. It has been a lot of like, what do I do now? Like on the weekend
Yeah.
evenings, I'm normally like, quite frankly, blacked out by 11. Even Wednesday through Sunday, and so now I'm like watercoloring birds in my apartment. I'm like,
no.
like, I don't know. I'm like planting daffodils in my local park tomorrow morning.
Oh wow, you're
I
going all
know.
in. You went
That's
from
wild.
0 to 100
You
on
are
that
a
one.
mother. You are a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
a
know.
mother, a part
I
of the
know.
community.
I knew a girl
So-
once who got obsessed with, this is so weird, who got obsessed with squirrels. And I remember walking into her apartment for the first time, and it was just squirrel paintings that she's made everywhere.
Because she was pregnant.
Kate's gonna bring the baby home, and it's just gonna be birds all over the apartment.
Birds and daffodils, nothing
Yeah.
but.
I can,
sounds
I,
Psychotic.
It
I
was
can
definitely
see it
out.
though.
I don't like
I
that
can
at
see
all.
me
This
getting.
squirrels
I've gotten
is
really
weird.
into birds, like really into
That's all right.
birds.
I feel like birds is a cool thing to.
Have you had any?
Yeah.
Is it what they do?
Really?
Maybe.
Remember that
No.
movie?
Oh, no, do you
it's
think
not
so?
cool. No.
I just.
Birds
I was
are
trying
cool.
to. I feel like
if
she's
you think of
pregnant.
all
I'm
the
trying to
coolest
like be
people
like,
who've ever
no,
lived,
birds
they
are
were all
cool.
bird watchers. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
She's pregnant, so I'm trying to say birds are cool.
Yeah, birds are cool. Like,
Have you,
relax, can't-
are you feeling like people treat you differently now?
No, I mean Dave just shit on me in his podcast yesterday. I was like, at least I know
Well,
I'm gonna be. No.
If you don't think that's gonna change, I mean,
It
Dave
was
is not changing.
refreshing.
anything.
Well, it was good to hear. Like, I only did 7 blogs this week, and I did none today, even still.
Even after
Just to hear myself get called out, and I was like, it was almost refreshing, like how it's refreshing to look over and see Trent nestled in the recliner or something. It's like everything's the same still. Nothing's gonna change.
Trent
I'm gonna
was
be treated.
perhaps supposed to join us, and the wheels were spinning. He was thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah?
think he realized.
He's elusive. Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
as
mean,
far
I
as, like, a
guess.
hangout
Who knows?
He
He's
didn't
probably
wanna come
just
to
sitting at
ladies'
home
night?
doing nothing. Huh?
You didn't want to come to ladies' night?
I told him, and I was like, but you always have your standing invite. He was like, you know what? I might do that. And the funny thing
I
about
think he
Trent,
left
if
15 minutes later.
Trent blows you off, you know it's for no other reason than he just doesn't want to do it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's never like, I wanted to, but I got to do this thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to go home and sit without you.
That's
I
kinda
could be
nice,
here
though.
with you or be there without you, and I'm choosing there without you.
That's almost the best part about Robbie and Trent is that they are so brutally honest when you ask them if they want to do something, and they
No.
just say no.
Yes.
And you're like,
Oh.
fair enough.
Yeah.
It's
That's
refreshing,
Yeah.
No,
right?
I
Yeah,
love
it
it.
is
Like
refreshing.
I love it. I'm like, thank you for just being honest. Like I hate when
Yeah.
people are like, yeah, we'll do it, and then you hit them up and they're like, oh, and they start making excuses. Like you're making me feel like you pity me. I'd rather
Yes.
you just tell
Say
me
no.
that
You
you
don't wanna
hang
do
out
it,
with
yes.
me.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I feel way better. So that's why I love Robbie and Trent.
And then they just go do nothing.
And no,
together.
they just hang out in their apartment
Yeah.
and do nothing.
Well,
don't
they
talk
drink
to
a
you.
lot of milk while they're
Yeah, and brisk iced
It's
tea.
not they're
and-
doing nothing.
But I can be like, I'll get you the
Drink
milk
milk.
here. Look, we still have the
Milk
milk left over from last time. You can drink that.
I would
don't know if that's
love
good
to be
idea.
wrong about Trent though, and right now he's on a motorcycle doing cocaine or something. I would love to be wrong.
Crazy.
Oh, you think you know Trent? You dumb bitch. Yeah,
You are apartment hunting?
Yes.
This is
I am.
Brianna, by the way, in case people don't know. Plan Brie.
I know.
So you are moving here.
I'm moving here November 1st.
Wow,
It's
it's
pretty
coming
tough.
up.
Yeah, it's coming up. The
And you
apartments
dropped
are
out of school,
dirt
right?
cheap. Yeah, I did
Cheers.
drop out of school.
Congrats on
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah,
That's
cheers
cool.
to that.
Yeah.
What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been there.
Been
How
there.
did that go over with your family?
It took like 6 months of convincing to drop out of school, and then, I have to pay my loans right now, so it kind of sucks pretty bad.
You know what
Oh,
you should have
wow.
done?
What?
It's an easier way. Just make sure the schools don't invite you back, and then you don't have to convince them. Be like, look, no one even wants it.
Yeah.
He went to
Yeah.
7
Go back.
colleges, and none of them let him.
7
come back.
colleges
Oh
in
my
like
God.
6 years.
That's,
something
that's
like
too
that.
many.
It's far
That's too many.
too many.
I don't think
My mom used to joke before. So all of my siblings have graduated now, but there was a stage where my mom would be like, "So let me do the math in my head.
Mm.
I did 7.
You're very good at that.
This is going to take a long time.
Yeah.
Might as well
This
have
is
a
like
whole
when he
other
was doing Laura in
conversation
the
while
Park.
he's doing this.
13.
time.
My mom would go, I have paid for 13 colleges and have 2 degrees to show for it. And they were both from my sister.
God.
Not the most academic of families, huh?
There's 4 of them. 4. It's not like there's 10 kids. There's 4.
I remember when I guess Robbie was dropping out. Robbie had just like started for like a week, right?
Yeah.
And I remember being like,
Weekend.
I don't know, this makes me nervous. You should go to school. And then I quickly realized, like, oh no, not anymore. It's just not
I
a
would
thing.
never use
I
my
remember
degree.
I was so mad when Glennie dropped out, Robbie dropped out, and I was like still I was going, but I was failing like just terribly. I'd never showed up. I was just at the office all the time because my school was down the block from the office. So I was like, I'm gonna go left, not right. And
Literally
I was like,
and figuratively. That's great.
yeah, no, I literally
Write that
was
down for the book.
Yeah, I was just like I was so mad. I was like, oh, Glennie and Robbie are like doing stuff there and like becoming something. Like,
They're gonna be famous tomorrow.
I literally was like, I was like, they're becoming famous. Like, I'm just never gonna. And then I ended up dropping out, and
So when you were
doing
interning,
okay.
Yeah,
so I
doing
feel
all
like
right. Doing
I
all
feel
right.
like
Doing all right.
when
for
you
yourself.
were interning for Glennie, who was interning for Caleb or whatever the fuck that was, did you expect like anything from that, or were you just like, all right, I'll do this for like a summer and then go back to school, or like you're like I'm like when Robbie came here, he was like, I am going to like have a career here. He was hell bent on it since he was like 13.
Yeah.
Were you like that, or were you like, I don't know, I'll do this for a summer and see what
Well,
happens? And
I followed. The thing is, like, I didn't know everything about Barstool, but I followed you and Clem like for the Mets because I was a big Mets fan at the time. Now I really just, which is weird because I don't follow sports at all ever since I started working here. But I was a very big Mets fan and a very big Islanders fan, so I followed you guys. So when Glennie got hired, went to high school with him, obviously was excited.
So funny.
And
So weird.
I was just like, congrats, like I know Barstool, like so funny, like whatever. And then he was like, actually, they're looking for girl interns. And he knew that I wanted to do like entertainment stuff because I've been doing that since I was younger.
Right.
And he was like, would you want to do it? And I was like, absolutely. So from that day on, I didn't necessarily think there was an ending point. Like I just thought when I walked in the door and saw that like Glennie was getting along with everyone was
Oh, I
so
can do
cool.
this.
And like everyone always was like encouraging me to try stuff. Like I know you and Brendan were always like, just do this, do that. And then when I did like the Larry stuff for PMT, like Larry's
Right.
picks, and then like Big Cat, PFT, and Hank were all like helping me out. So everyone was so nice. I was like, I never want to leave this place. Like I don't
Right.
see myself leaving. And then being with Glennie and then making friends with Robbie and Frankie Borelli and like we all were just like, we're not leaving this
Dropout
place.
gang.
Like
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
we, we all were like,
did Frankie go to school at all?
he was done by
was
the
done,
time.
yeah, okay.
But
He
we
graduated or he was done?
Yeah, no, he graduated.
Yeah,
No, he
there
wasn't
is
done.
no
yet. But I just remember there being like a sense of feeling of like we're not going anywhere. Like
Right.
we're just because there were
next
days
generation,
that
really.
Dave would ask if me and Glennie could skip class to come do something, and I was like, all right, I think I'm just in here. Like I think I gotta just keep showing up
Yeah,
because I would
that's what
hear
I
all the
remember being
stories
like,
about
I
like
don't think
Hank
this is right.
just keep showing up, and I was like, seems like this is what I have to do,
Yeah.
and it worked out. So
How did you get the job?
I TikTok, literally through TikTok. Yeah.
But you,
I
so
had
you
a
just like
week-long
stood out because
internship,
TikTok.
and then I
Did you like
got
apply
full-time.
and all that shit, or you were just
No.
doing stuff and someone reached out and was
Yeah.
like,
Someone here
Gas.
found me. Gas, yeah. Someone showed him the gas.
0% surprising?
Gas.
Yeah.
Heard that
I think the
multiple
best.
times.
I mean, that's gas founder.
Yep.
Gas, that's
And so now you're moving here. Okay.
it. Yeah, I'm here.
Not
Are you-
needing a resume, what a treat.
Oh my
Just
God.
being able to
Like, it makes me so pissed off. Like, there's just the amount of times I've rewritten my resume. Resumes now also look ridiculous.
I've
Like,
never made a
there's
resume.
1,000
I-
colors, your photo,
You
fucking
never, right?
headshots.
You
No,
never.
we've done a couple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Kevin's like, we should make you make a resume.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
We did
Like, they're
landscaping
like
in
a whole,
2012.
you have to have
I mean,
graphic design skills for
I
your
did.
resume now.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise you look
No,
like
I
an
didn't
asshole.
do
Yes.
that.
It's like you
Really?
can't just have a regular ass resume.
my
Like,
God.
here's all the things that I've done.
What
like,
does
you
it
just
look
We
like?
sound like such assholes.
Like,
Really?
they all have, you know,
Really?
like
Whoa, what are those?
colors, and some people have their headshots on there.
Oh, fuck
No.
off.
Yes,
Fuck
and this is for like,
off.
you know, marketing jobs, not even
Yeah.
a job that's like
you didn't
know,
have a resume?
in whatever.
That
Did you?
kind of
Oh,
seems
on-
crazy to me
on
because
camera.
before here you were like
You
a
had- you had
journalist
that,
Well,
type.
no.
But not here.
On
Not here.
camera,
Yeah.
real
Also,
different
yeah,
though.
no.
Like they don't care. Like they don't need like a paper. There's like you're either good on camera or you're not.
Yeah.
For networks.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
no.
That's funny.
No.
I still want
I
to
nobody
see
ever asked me
you
if I
try.
graduated
I
college.
would,
I'm
I
gonna
would
try to make
have
one.
a bunch of colleges.
Yeah. A
And-
bunch of
and it would just
colleges.
end with, I finished school. And it just mean I was done with it.
Yeah.
That, before I told people I just didn't finish, I just like, yeah, no, I finished.
I'm done.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over a while.
College is
But
over.
then
I
I'd
had that
have,
chapter
like-
in my life.
I'd have like a landscaping job and like, I don't
So-
know, I moved rocks one summer, like I lived in communist Russia. Like, it was just like,
Proficient in moving rocks.
it was like, hey,
like
move this pile of rocks
strong
over
boy.
here.
But, like, isn't that what most like graduating college resumes would look like if you're trying to
Yeah,
get
like,
like a
yeah.
9 to
don't
5?
have
Like what are you
jobs.
supposed to put
Usually
on?
Well,
have,
I
like,
had
a
to-
side
I
You're supposed to have a bunch
internships.
of internships.
I had to make a resume, like in college, they'd be like, make a resume, and I'd be like,
had to do it in
hostess
college.
at a
Right, baby
Italian
step.
restaurant. Like,
My school
Yes.
wouldn't
I
accept
actually was
this as
a
an internship.
pharmacy tech, which was
Really?
So then,
That's
and
so
you
That's
can't,
fucking
yeah.
and you
nuts.
can't
ridiculous.
graduate without an internship, so that's when I was like,
Yeah, I
check
know.
That's why you dropped
I
out.
should
I
have
would've
known
had
when
to
I
stay
was
for
a
another
pharmacy
year.
tech at fucking
Wait.
18 years old that I was
Wouldn't
going to
accept
get
it.
really
This
fast.
doesn't count as an internship, but you need an internship to graduate.
Yeah,
So you
this
did an
didn't count.
internship.
And
it
you
said
were
it doesn't
Penn
count.
State, right?
No, I'm at like a little small school in Ohio. So
Oh.
you would think they would take it because they take like people that work
Anything.
on their grandpa's like
Yeah.
farm.
I remember Muskie. Remember Muskie's resume?
No,
Not
I remember
resume.
Muskie. I don't remember his
So
resume.
Muskie had like, he went to St. Mike's, which is actually one of the colleges I went to, and
Why'd you go to so many?
because I just kept trying to find one I liked, didn't end up happening.
After like
He was in
3,
a
you probably should have
frat
been like,
at
this isn't
Florida
for me.
State.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Yeah.
the,
There's like 3.
it's just
That's him. No.
Did you make a lot of friends though?
None, zero.
Okay, well.
Zero, like,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, but and
I'm
that's
in
the
touch
other thing,
with
too.
zero
I think
people
he
from
said
college.
something like,
Okay.
he's
He
like,
was in
college
frat
wasn't for me.
mingle.
I was
It's
like, I
not
think
for
you
me.
weren't for college.
Yeah, that-
You did a
yeah.
whole bunch of them. I
Yeah.
think you tried them all.
No.
But
It's not
I
for
tried
you.
every different variety. I tried all of them. I tried big campuses down south. I tried small liberal arts colleges in the north. I tried
Yeah.
city campuses in New York. I tried
It's
Providence
like
College.
Forrest
a
Gump.
smaller
It's
one.
like campuses that came from up from below. Campuses that came from the side. Campuses that. Yeah.
But Muskie's, he went to St. Mike's, and like at the end of his internship, I remember he had Dave fill out his, because they were going to give him credits for it, and that was
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
10 years
long
ago,
time ago,
whatever
yeah.
it was. And he was like, no, I want you to fill it out accurately to Dave.
Oh, I saw
Dave was like,
that.
I'll fill
Yeah.
it out however you want me to. Do you want me to do it accurately, or do you want me to fill it out good? He's like, no, I want you to do it accurately.
What an idiot.
He
Well,
was-
that's like,
Dave was like, F, 0, sucks, the worst.
Man,
Obviously it was
the
gonna
best.
do that.
Muskie was grade A stupid. He was a special one.
I've never been as mad at a video on the internet as I was the time they had to argue about the scissors. The scissors in the air conditioner.
It's the best.
We're trying to figure out who broke the air conditioner by stabbing it with scissors.
It's so
It was
funny.
like a 12-minute video of just, and it was cut. It wasn't straight. It was a 12-minute edited video.
That was trimmed down. That was as trimmed as we could get. The fact that Coley is now, you know, a huge position on the blog and was running around with those fucking idiots, and as you said,
Smoking blunts.
challenging Sammy Adams to a fucking rap battle.
I don't know if it was a rap battle or a fist fight. It was one or the
Either
other.
way.
And he
Either
was
way.
trying to
Still a
fight Sammy
fight.
Adams.
Yeah.
I like
A
this idea.
serious one.
Can
You want some?
Yeah, can you pour me
I
up
love
on
Sure.
this,
Sammy
please?
Adams. Where's
What do
he
you
been?
want?
Like, what's he up to right now, Sammy Adams?
Sammy works here. He's in
Yeah.
New York,
He had a
actually.
seizure at a
You
college.
want some
the other
bubs?
Oh my God,
yeah.
for real?
Yeah.
That's
He
terrible.
works
He was
at
performing at a college and had a seizure.
Did you hear this?
Sam did?
Sammy Adams?
Recently?
Lazy boy
Last
barbershop.
before Corona. Plymouth
I
State.
did
What?
not know that. You want this?
He was at Plymouth State doing a show and he had a seizure on stage.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
Oh, he had some bad health
First
problems.
round.
Yeah, I
Right?
think he
Yeah,
had
yeah,
something
yeah.
going
But
on.
he's doing well now.
Don't say anything else then.
He's in New York and he like works for Apple, like doing like some music, like some Apple Beats One sort of thing.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Congrats,
I'm
Sammy
s- I'm
Adams.
Shout out.
This one's for you.
Yeah,
Shout
shout
out
out.
to you. Pour one out
I'm,
for
s-
Sammy Adams.
I'm just still jealous of Kate's drink.
It's so
How cute
beautiful.
is it? You put a little rainbow
It really
thing
does
in
look
there.
great.
Kate, on a scale of 1 to 10, though, how nervous were you to tell people you were pregnant? Like, that's a
Were you
pretty
scared?
big thing, especially
I'd be
to walk
horrified.
into Dave's office and be like, "Hello, I'm pregnant, sir."
Was Dave the first person you told?
Dave was.
Well, I mean, like here at least.
Erica and Dave were the first people I told here because I Googled like what's the etiquette here because like how long because I was starting to show so I
Yeah.
was like I don't know if it's weird to not say or if it's weirder to say. And I
Would have
knew-
been fun to see how long you could get like before Dave noticed.
Oh, wait.
You could be like
Well,
8 months
I mean,
pregnant. Dave
you-
would have been
you
like,
could-
"How
What's
are
going
you?
on?
How are
She
you
could be
doing?"
walking. She could be walking around with a child, but she
would
would
never,
the
yeah.
commenters were the ones that started noticing first because
on
of your
Morning
boobs.
Sunshine, people
Jesus
were like,
Christ.
yeah, I swear to
Damn
God,
it.
on the Morning
These people are
Sunshine
the
vlogs,
worst.
a couple guys started to be like, her tits are busting through that jacket. And I was like,
Wow.
uh-oh.
What did I say? Everybody's watching.
Everybody's
Yeah.
watching. But
Speaking of
people
tits, you
think
can get You're the Tits shirts now.
You're the tits.
It's
Yeah.
breast cancer
None of
awareness
us are
month, so we
wearing
got the
yours.
And the
t-shirt, the
sweatshirt.
hoodies, the crop
Yeah.
sweatshirt, we got everything.
A lot of
All
good
of
stuff.
some of the profits, I don't know exactly how much.
100%.
goes to-
100%.
100%.
All the profits go to breast cancer research. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no. So I walked into Dave, but the Google was like, no, you need to tell them at some point. Like, usually second try, and I'm like halfway right now, so I was like, I should tell them. So I go in there, and I knew though that like Dave wouldn't care, but Google said I should. So and not that
But
Dave
the machine said.
not that he wouldn't care. He's like he's.
No, he doesn't.
It wouldn't affect him.
I think
in
it's more
everyday
just
life.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to go about this.
Definitely.
He's never had to deal with a girl working for him saying, hey, I'm
Dave
pregnant.
probably should Google his own etiquette, like how to respond to when you're
Yeah.
saying I'm pregnant.
He asked you if it was a
But
good or a bad thing,
He
right?
goes, oh, is this a good thing or a bad thing? He's like, and then he followed up with like, is this a congratulations or an I'm sorry. Like, whatever. And I was like,
Fair question. What's
don't
good about
think
him?
you
Is
should
that
say it.
Yeah.
I think you just lead with congratulations
Well,
and then
yeah.
go by that facial
Fair
reaction.
I don't think
Failing you,
Right.
it's probably a good
If
thing.
it was an I'm sorry situation, why is she being like, oh, Dave, listen, I'm in a tough situation.
Well,
I am
right.
sorry.
Well,
You
most
gotta
people
help me.
know
It's
that.
happening.
I agree.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
they do have a choice, but some people are like, I don't want to take that choice.
Yeah,
I
no,
want
I
to be
feel
pregnant, be miserable.
I feel like unless you are married, that it's kind of a fair thing to be like, how am I supposed to react to
Dave,
this?
I'm gonna need 400.
I was gonna say
That's what I mean.
If you were
What
like
did-
15
what could you
years
have been
old, I
talking
think
to
you
him
would go to
about?
Dave and say, I have a problem.
Yes.
If almost
Dave, I
anybody
need a
else
ride
is
next
okay.
Tuesday. If you could drive me somewhere.
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought about that. I was like, I was thinking hard. I was like, wait, Kate is pregnant, and then I was like, okay, listen.
boy.
Oh, where are you going,
Listen,
Maria?
no, I was just like,
Where's this going?
you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
If you get rid of it now,
Oh, boy.
I'll stop. But I was just like, it's like, you know, in your
It's
30s,
too late in your life.
you should be able to be like, I'll have the kid.
I can do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I
I'll
can
deal
pull
with
this
it now.
off.
No, this kid.
It's almost like
just made the cutoff.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
33, I don't know, 34.
I think that is true.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Kate. If you want to kill me, just let me know.
I think
Well,
that's
by the way,
appropriate.
You didn't follow me on Instagram until this week, so
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
true.
that's fighting
we
words
did
right
have
there.
we did have a.
This
I took over.
that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. in my entire life.
She's very accurate. That is,
Oh my God. I'm so mad
Yeah.
at Pat, by the way. I'm so mad at him.
Yeah.
We did that interview for Behind the Blog. It's coming out on October 14th. Like, matter of days
not?
before.
Yeah.
And I'm literally like trying to learn about him. I'm like, you know, like anything like that's like big about your life that you want to talk about. Like,
he's an
let's do
interesting
it.
cat. He
Yeah,
like
okay.
the baby daddy. He like manages the movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He like
Oh,
manages
that's right. By the way, you
brand.
got to get rich. You
I
trapped a good
know,
one.
I
You
know.
trapped a good
Right,
one.
right.
That shit's about to drop.
Yeah.
Also, Hank did like dap me up and was like, "Not the first content, baby."
Yeah, congratulations. I took one for the team because I was like, I don't want.
Selfless, really.
But yeah, he like manages musicians and bands and like the Texas Chainsaw and like he dresses like a 70s
best.
porn star for no reason at all.
What
Yes, he
did you
does.
say in the Maury video? I only hooked up with him because I thought it was Rip Rap.
I swear to God, before he came up here to come to the first ultrasound appointment, and as a joke, he
Kelly's
like,
like, I know. Kelly's
Yeah.
like,
I was like, yeah, I saw that.
it seemed sweet, but before we went, we got in an argument because I was like, you have to cut your coke nail off. You can't go in there with a coke nail.
Honestly, though, fair. Did he say fair? Okay.
No, he
He's
didn't.
making no, he
He
didn't.
argued. He was like, you don't get who I am. I was like, oh, that's really
You can't
cute.
hold me down,
Patrick.
Mom. This is fucked
Oh
up.
my God. You're gonna have to make some changes. Let's start clipping your fingernail. No, can't do it.
He was like, you don't get my persona. I was like, no, you don't get what the fuck's about to happen.
Oh boy, that's special.
Anyway.
Well, so he was so excited about the Maury shirt he had for
Yeah,
the Maury
about that.
announcement was this red. He was explaining it to me. He's like, it's this red like crushed velvet tassels. It's like if you could take a moccasin and make it a shirt. I was like, okay, that sounds about right. And then you said what? It was like half your closet is his shit, and you're like, I can't even tell which is whose is the girls and whose is the guys.
Yeah,
half the time.
it's like Kate is living with Liberace. It's like whatever.
I feel like that's kind of the dream, though. Like a
It's
David
kind of
Bowie
the
type
dream.
guy with like
that-
weird clothes.
He's
mean,
con-
maybe.
He's a
Like,
fucking
kind
con-
of, sure. I want to wear your clothes. It's less shopping than I have to do for myself.
Not
Yeah.
to blow up your spot, but Deke said you dropped an L-bomb today, so.
I did, you know. This has been going on for longer than people realize. So it's been.
I'm getting emotional.
I know.
You
It's
gonna
been
cry,
almost.
Rhea?
I might.
Zoom
I'm
in on
sweet.
me.
I love love. No, don't zoom in on me. I'm gonna like
That's why
actually
I was like,
start
I'll
crying. Please
Oh,
don't
he's
zoom
so
out.
cute. You've been railing me for almost 2 years.
I don't feel bad about what I said anymore.
Congratulations,
Love that.
congratulations.
It's hard to get somebody to do that. So love that for you.
Impressive
Congratulations.
Thank you.
More so on that than the
Do we know it's a boy or girl? You gonna find out?
I do know.
You're not telling me?
And they accidentally.
I'm
it
gonna
was an
cry like
accident.
that. You know
They
this.
told us.
They fucked it
yeah,
up?
Oh,
They
it's
fucked
just-
it up.
A string of bad luck, huh?
Which I'd let you know. Yeah, straight up.
Another one, come on!
Wait a minute.
So-
What did they do? They just like said it to you?
The lady, I mean, this will give it away, but the lady started chuckling, and she was like, oh, ho, ho, and
Yeah.
that's right, he's got a honker on.
Hell yeah.
It's a boy.
I didn't know she was ladies' night.
This is too much.
This is ladies' night. This is
I
like
feel
ladies'
like-
night.
I feel like society
bitches
makes
are
you
actually-
feel.
Because
Like,
it's
literally,
it's a nice thing.
Me and Kelly have to excuse ourselves.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I gotta relax.
I know, I'm like,
It's hot in here. There's lights. I'm drinking. It's a baby.
I love it.
People are tuning out. They're like, I didn't watch this.
Ladies, like, sitting around. Of course there's gonna be tears, all right?
Also, the fact that the first Barstool baby is a boy just makes, I mean, it just makes too much
Yeah,
sense.
it's all the stars are
Yeah,
aligned here.
Yeah, I was just saying, John can make you a million little Saturdays for the boys onesies, customs.
All over it. But I feel like I'm supposed to want to make it a big thing. Like I'm supposed to like burn down a forest when I tell people what his genitals are. But like I like when the lady fucked up, I hadn't thought about what I wanted anyway. So I was like, all right, sweet. Like, I just didn't really care.
When you just said that was gonna give it away, as soon as she giggled, you went, she's talking about his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was
What else
underneath
should she be
these
talking
little
about?
I have
bitches.
no
I
idea.
don't know, chuckling just because
Yeah.
she knows the sex of the baby. Like, ooh,
Like,
I
yeah,
know.
I
I
would
never
have
guessed
thought
that.
a million things before
No,
I got
I-
to dick.
and she was like,
Yeah.
look at
She was
that.
laughing because normally they don't tell you till 20 weeks, and this was like week 12.
Oh,
So
so
she was like,
Oh, so he does have a hot.
hacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Howard
High five.
2.0.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I know.
Well, it's a boy. Is this the first time you've said it on camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pat.
Yeah, damn. Like maybe I'm going up like, hey, what the fuck?
I just like
We
I
agreed to
really
this.
don't care about that kind of stuff. People are like,
Yeah.
are you doing a gender? I was like, not really. Do you doing a big shower? I was like, no, I just don't really care.
I had
I'm pumped, but I'm not like a big like.
Yeah.
You know the
whatever.
pomp and circumstance.
Yeah, but let's get that
I
shit
get
sponsored and get you some money.
Oh, that's
you
what
know
I said
mean?
too.
Yeah.
Like Huggies
True.
gets Huggies in this, like.
Yeah,
Yes.
diaper.
Well,
Oh my god,
he
diaper
was
ad
already
reads.
working
Get
the angle.
ready.
Pat said, Maury, I
Yeah.
heard that if we go through your show for the paternity test, Maury pays for college.
Yeah.
Is that
Hey, shoot your shot.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
The Dave Portnoy Scholarship Fund. The John Feidelberg, your kid gets to tour 18 different places.
She
Yeah.
It's
It's
only
like
for
that
like 1 year at a
Appalachian Trail
time.
map that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do this thing.
Like 6-month tours. And
Yeah.
shit.
She said she
Yeah.
opened
It's
up
fun.
her
It's a fun way to do
Venmo
it.
for who could be the godparent, who gives her the most money.
Oh, you know who really
Oh,
wants to be a
that's actually
godparent? Tommy Smokes. He's
So bad.
dying to be a godparent.
Oh, wow.
I was like sitting alone and I felt a shadow and it was Tommy Smokes and he was like, so I'm trying to collect godchildren and I'm trying to get a bunch of them.
No, it's a
No,
big-
he
yes,
is
he
literally
is.
is trying to be a
Is
godparent.
From outer fucking space.
He said he wants to be in the
Collect
Guinness Book of World Records for the amount of godchildren.
Yeah, he said he already
has.
has one.
What?
He already has
Yeah.
one.
Tommy Smokes already has one?
Yeah,
Yes.
he already has one. His cousin.
well, that's
The worst, you're the worst for saying that he's like the funniest person you've ever met.
That was
just
the
like-
worst.
That
Like,
was bad.
He's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
talk about that for the
It's
rest
I
of time.
fucked up
People
bad.
shit on Tommy all the time, but he is very funny.
He
He's
is
so
very
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
it's
just
just
And also
funny.
people are like, oh, he now I feel like I'm like protecting.
I love Tommy.
No, like
Tommy's my
Tommy's
boy.
I'm
Don't talk
like
shit
so
about my
over
boy.
like the like, oh, Tommy dresses bad act. Like he dresses like everybody
Everybody
in his
else.
office.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody.
let's
Yeah.
be
But
real.
he
Like,
does
no,
dress
Tommy's
bad.
walking
Except,
around,
and
like-
I said it to him trying to get in his head during a Jenga match, and I just said, Tommy,
Yeah.
I like how everything you wear is just free. And that is true.
Yeah, he
He
wears
he
Yeah.
dresses like a
shirts.
lot of people here. It's just stuff that he
Also, he had his
finds.
blow up.
He did have a little bit of a blow.
Not like it's
Really?
like anything grand, but he definitely grew.
What?
Yes.
He was
Now,
Well,
so-
he definitely,
What
he
did he
definitely
look
took
like?
a lesson
He-
before he
Before.
started.
Well, but he also went through the period where he
He
was
got in
working
shape,
out a lot,
yeah.
and then Dave
Oh.
shamed
Oh, yeah.
him.
Dave,
Dave
Dave
shamed him.
legitimately
Oh,
was
that's
like,
mean.
you can't work out anymore because I need you to be like from
Yeah.
me
To
and weird
look like
looking.
this.
Yes.
Yeah, so
It's
he
like, I like
shamed
you
him
to
out.
be-
It's
It's sad.
Yeah.
Tommy's
Dave-
soft,
Dave
right?
actually
He was
does
feeling
okay,
so
all right,
good
I'll
about
stop.
it.
And he was
Yeah.
meal
Same.
prepping. He was
was
eating
feeling
like
so
nice
good.
And he
food.
looked good.
He
He
looked
was
good,
like-
and Dave was like, "You can't do this."
Comes in
anymore.
with the Big
Dave
Mac
used to
the
do that to
next
us
day.
in Milton because we would do like workout challenges before Fagawi and stuff like that. Dave one time was, what's the music video he did in LA? Oh no, it wasn't
was it
that video.
Bieber?
It was black and white. It was the Bieber shoot.
I was like, Justin
Bieber
And
Bieber.
he was just like,
Oh.
if you guys got in shape, you couldn't do this. because it wouldn't be fun. I was like, you're right. Like, you're right. It makes sense.
This is harming your content.
But
You can't make
Tommy
funny
had
videos
to-
being a fat, gross person.
He also pulled in every girl to ask if Tommy looked good or not. And it was on the radio. And it was like the saddest thing ever. I was like, he has more confidence.
We did have to do that.
Yeah,
We did.
remember?
I'm remembering that
Dave
now.
was like, how does Tommy
he did
look?
Ask
And I
us
was
all
like,
if it was weird if Tommy was working out.
It was so mean.
But Tommy was
Now
just
I
like,
love him more. He's
I
a
know.
funny guy.
It is. Really is.
He wants to be
Sports
he wants to be
media
your
company.
child's
Yeah, he's
So
godfather.
are
sidled
you
up and was
gonna
like, do you
do it?
mind?
Yeah, I feel like they all just gave you
The
an
way
argument,
he
like
asked,
make
I-
him the Godfather.
I felt like I
How
had
come you
to
can
say
have like
Yeah.
you're like the honorary.
The Barstool. No, you can't even. do
Yeah, like the
that.
Barstool
Barstool
Godfather.
Godfather.
Yeah.
Because then you can have a real one.
Isn't
But
isn't
do you
the
know
Godfather?
Tommy that well to make him the Godfather?
I'll be honest, Godfather,
Yeah, that's
godparents don't
fair.
mean shit.
No,
anyway.
they do. I
They
thought
don't,
that.
because my godfather in Ohio, my dad's gonna get mad if he's watching this, but my godfather in Ohio doesn't even wish me a happy birthday anymore.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Oh.
Tommy would
saying.
never. Tommy
No.
would never.
But isn't
I'm
it?
saying.
I
My
thought
godparents
godparents were
always
like who. If something happens to your parents, it's
Yeah, in like
Yeah.
the Bible.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not fucking real
I'm
life.
one
You're gonna go
godfather,
with
and when I was
some-
asked,
I'm a
I was
godmother.
like, if you guys die, I don't
I'm not
have
taking
to
care of
I
this
am.
kid.
Yeah, I'm a
right?
godmother.
Really? Yeah,
I really
really?
hope
I
it's
also-
still though.
I'll get him the best presents
Just
on
like
his
that
birthday.
one-
Oh, yeah,
It's not
sure.
like,
Oh, my God,
I
so
don't
it's
More
amazing.
symbolic
keep
than
it.
anything.
Yeah,
else.
it's totally
The
symbolic.
Godfather
Symbolic.
Godmother
Yeah.
situation. Because yeah, there's
No,
no
I had a
situation
friend-
where I'm taking your kid as my responsibility.
No
Like, it's
way. I had a
Fuck
friend
that
in
man if I
college
wanted
who
that
would
responsibility.
talk about his goddaughter all the time. My goddaughter this, my goddaughter that. I was like, shut up. Just shut up. That's your friend's
Yeah.
baby. Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. It's
Well,
like, oh, I
I
gotta go
got-
do this with my goddaughter. I was
Yeah,
like,
he's
"You're
out.
not
You weren't
goddaughter."
running
No, no,
anymore.
Kate,
You
I
were
like-
up there, but you're gone.
I-
Do not make me your
My godson
godson
gets great gifts. If you want the baby to have great
This
gifts, you
bitch
just
tried to
like,
get her
gift
god
thing.
thing a fucking dog.
Excuse me, the mom.
Could you imagine
asked-
that?
Okay, I
That's
would
a
say this.
terrible gift.
No, she. Okay, first of all,
I'm
this
sorry,
is
but, like,
slander.
terrible.
This is slander.
It's not slander.
Can I-
from the
I
family,
I actually think
like,
it's a great gift.
Can I please tell you?
That's how you
something?
know it's a bad
To
gift.
give to someone else.
No, 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 no. Hold on a second.
Dog.
Hold on.
story.
Let
We
me,
need the
let me,
story.
yeah, let me say
Because
this.
you're trying to push everyone out of your life. Here,
What?
here's
Whoa, Dr. Rhea.
No,
Whoa.
I'm doing an analysis. Here's a dog. When you leave, they're talking. He just gave our son a fucking dog.
Yeah, you
now
it's a
we
funny
need
prank.
to take no.
Because you can't get rid of it.
No,
I said
well,
prank.
well, au contraire, yes you can. Okay, first of all, the mom of my godson, one of my good friends, she said she wanted to get their son a dog, but her husband, who's one of my best friends from college, wouldn't let her. So she was conspiring to me, and she was like, hey, listen, like, we want to get a dog, but, like, I can't go out and get it.
So this was a planned attack, really.
Right.
More so
Yeah.
than
So
you just
then-
giving
I
a
actually don't think I
random
do that.
dog.
That is a pretty big
I
mitigating
did. And then
circumstance.
Yeah.
but the problem was that when I gave my godson the dog, the mom was not there. It was just my
Why
close
would you
friend.
give it to
Yeah,
them
that's
when,
a-
Well,
when
because
the
they
mom's not
lived because
there?
they lived in completely different. Like they lived in Houston. I was in College Station. I was traveling for work. It was his birthday. Whatever. Beside the point. It worked out. And so my friend Ben, the dad, was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like we can't have a dog." But I didn't want to throw his wife under the bus because I didn't want him to be mad at her.
Yeah.
So I just took the heat for like a year, and then finally was like, you know what?
That's the job of the godparent.
Yeah, I took the heat.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
the godparent's fault.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
But also,
See?
does he love the dog now?
No, they got rid of it.
They really.
Oh my
shit.
god!
Sorry.
See that? The
They
whole
got
thing
rid of
is-
it.
I
no,
really
I'm
thought-
gonna
I
cry.
really thought
Like,
they-
that's
okay,
a terrible.
but I
like,
will
In
say-
Texas, getting
oh
rid
my
of it means
God.
taking it out back.
No,
Yeah.
no, yes, normally. Okay, and I'm gonna
Okay.
say this, and
Maybe
I mean
not by
this,
then. By the it goes into a shelter.
And
then,
I
you
know,
know.
I mean this. They
I'm sorry.
when
Why are
I
you so sad?
Rhea's like,
tonight?
eventually that dog met its demise.
no, I'm gonna say this. Don't start crying because I know what this means in movies. Like when I say it went to a farm, normally that means they killed it.
Yeah.
It actually went to a farm. Like we know the people's farm that it
Casey
went
still
to.
believes that.
I was
Yeah, I was like, that's nice.
I've
My
seen
mom-
pictures.
my
Okay,
mom
I've
was
seen
my dad.
photos.
Every pet I had.
My grandparents told my mom that, like, you know, he went to the. Oh, I think they
In
said.
Texas, you can say
I think
that.
they
it's
said
true.
they went to a farm upstate to train to become a security dog, and my mom believed it till she was 30.
Oh
She
my
was 30
God.
when she found out
Why
it meant
not
he
have
was
a
fucking
dog?
dead.
Norman.
Literally.
Normie.
How's Norm doing?
Under any circumstance, I am not getting rid of that dog.
Never.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
Ever.
ever.
Because I know he's not going to end up in the best situation possible like he has now. He's a pretty great parent.
True.
Let him, you know,
We'll
it's a fun
spoil it.
time.
If it makes it, my godson actually ended up being terrified of him. So it wasn't like they were just like,
Oh,
fuck
so
this
what kind of
dog.
dog
Like,
They should have revoked
Border
your
Collie.
godmother.
no, because it was her idea. It was Chrissy's idea. Chrissy, it was your idea. You know it. I took the dirt for a
I
while.
asked Rhea today, I was like, are you going to bring Norm to Friday Night Punch? She goes, Mama's night out.
Yeah. I mean,
Listen,
speaking
Norm
of Mama's
is-
night out, listen, Norman is my best friend. Honestly, like I love him so much. I literally couldn't leave my house today because he was just so cute. He's amazing. I leave him home now. Like me and Hank will leave him. He's fine. He's like so good on his own now. But I do spend a lot of time with him. Like literally most of my time when I'm not here, I am with Norman. So Monday, hit my girl Kelly Keegs up. I was like, you want to like have a day? You want to like have a Monday?
Have a
little
day.
wine.
Monday.
It was Monday, and I was just like, let's have a Monday. And she was like, come over, let's drink, whatever. And I was like, do I bring Norman? She's like, no, like this is for
I was
yourself.
like, you know what? You won't enjoy yourself. I was like, I
Exactly,
don't know what's all over
because
the
you're-
floor of my house. You can eat something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what did you
If you
try to
ever
do?
need encouragement
No,
to fucking
I
drink and hang
am
out,
the bad
Kelly's your
influence.
girl.
Yeah, we had
I-
two
that
bottles
is
of
me.
wine at, you know, Monday afternoon. I won't say what time.
Please don't.
After-
I don't need a phone call
Would
from my mom.
appreciate that.
Yeah, or our bosses.
Yeah. Or anybody else.
Yeah, but Norman wasn't there, and I wasn't worried about, oh, is he chewing something? So if he was here, I'm not gonna sit with him on my lap the whole time. He's growing up. He's, you know.
Yeah.
And I've got chocolates. I've got little things all over the place. He would have eaten half my apartment. All
What's
the
his-
shit's, like,
what's his,
falling all over the
Oh,
place.
I know you guys
I
are gonna
know.
ask about this.
So
Norman is a horny dog.
Yeah,
obviously.
Norman is doing some fucking.
and when last time I was at her apartment, he was
Fucking.
fucking.
And
Yes, he was.
no, he was. This
He really
dog,
was.
this toy lammy, he absolutely ripped it apart. So then we got a second lammy, ripped that one apart. He has a
He throws
lamb.
down, huh?
He has a lamb fetish, and when he gets a toy that's a lamb in his mouth,
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Crazy,
Yeah, what
right?
was
That
It's
sounded
alarming.
like a
wow.
Amber
What was
Alert
that?
emergency situation.
um,
Are we good?
when he gets
okay?
when he gets a lamb in his
Norman's
mouth,
horny again.
yeah, he
Yeah.
can't stop pumping, and it's very disturbing. And actually, the other day, this is what I'll leave it at. His entire dick, dick, came out, and he like placed it on my leg, and like started like pumping. And honestly, I screamed at the top of my lungs. Hank was still sleeping, and he was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Norman's entire dick and balls, entire thing." And you know, like a little like the little like red rocket, where the lipstick sticks out. No,
Lipstick. It does look like lipstick. It
I've
really
heard
does
that.
look like
Yeah, it's
lipstick.
gross.
No,
It looks like a lipstick.
the whole thing came
Doesn't
out,
like it.
and it's been a hard recovery since. But he's growing up. And
Yeah,
he's
you're like
When
a
are you
mom who
gonna-
has like an adolescent boy. You know?
Yeah.
When are you
What are you
gonna
doing in
get
your room
a
again?
computer?
In a month, as soon as I can, when 6 months hits. So
Yeah.
November 5th.
As soon as
It's
humanly
happening.
possible.
Yep.
Jeez,
Already has a
dick on the
client.
leg. That'll hurt you.
That's
He does like when we were there, he kept
Yeah.
getting horny when Ria would walk in the room.
No,
And-
always. She would leave
Oh,
and
so
he'd
it's
be
a
like
mother
chill, kind
complex.
of, and
Yeah.
sit down, and then
Epicity
she'd come
going on here?
through, and he'd hump her.
Norm's got the
all
hots
over
for his mom.
Mama's mother. It's not. He just gets
That's
excited.
normal.
No,
Bates
it's
Motel.
It's a
Welcome to
dog.
Bates Motel.
No,
Yeah.
they
his
show
mom,
their
he
love
likes putting his
differently
dick
because
on
they
me.
can't, like he's like gets excited.
You
around
really
his
are a
mom.
mother.
He's
You'll justify
confused.
anything. Oh, he's a good boy. He's just troubled. He doesn't take tests well. That's all. Norman's gonna end up being a fucking troubled dog. It's like,
Norman, please turn yourself in. I know it's been a hard time.
I know you didn't.
You stop putting your dick on my leg.
let's play some answer the internet.
Wait, before we get to that,
Yeah.
I wanted to do the weird kids in school.
Oh yeah, yeah. We didn't have to play.
What is that?
So there was a lot of chatter on the internet today about what the weird kid in your school did that you'll never forget. I don't think I had one, which is why I might think it's me. But like,
Probably,
there
yeah.
was
I felt the same way, and I was like, "Fuck!" Is it one of those things?
because
where
like
you
I
can't
found
decide
myself
it's you?
defending a lot of these.
Yeah.
Like okay, so this
you were
one
defending too many things.
definitely. But this one, like, all right, so I'll just go through the list. Number 1, ran around the hallways making pterodactyl noises.
Yep.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
what?
Yes.
Yes.
That was
I
the
heard
top
that.
one.
Yes,
I know
like this.
exactly what
Like
you're doing.
this.
Yes.
Yes, like
The-
this.
the- and like the
Yes.
wind
Yes.
up too.
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
then they'd
Yes.
run around.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, they would hold their backpack
Yeah.
out like this.
And they would run like
They would
And the
run
backpack.
There's no way
backpack.
that happened to all of you.
Yes,
not-
yes. We
Yeah.
all did the
That's
same
the
thing at the
thing.
exact
Wait,
same
you
time.
guys were doing it, or you
No,
know?
no,
you did it?
no,
No,
no.
I did not run around the hall.
Kate,
They
Kate,
run
I remember a kid who like he just ran like Naruto style, and I guess Naruto probably wasn't a thing yet at that point, so maybe he was.
No,
doing
that's what
that,
they were
but,
That's
doing.
like,
what, yeah.
But with the
Yeah,
backpack
that's
on,
what
it's
I'm
like
actually-
and they're like-
leveled out.
I
Okay,
can
so I
picture
guess
it in
he
my
did.
head.
But it
Yeah.
was like the first, so that was the top response, the top voted response.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the first reply was like, I'm so glad other schools had this kid making pterodactyl noises. The collective school experience doesn't disappoint, which I totally agree with. Like all
Yeah.
the games we play in cars,
Yeah.
the Marilyn Manson stuff, the Lil Kim
Yeah.
stuff, like
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
knew it despite
Yeah.
not having internet.
The pterodactyl
But,
one
like,
was huge.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Not at all.
I think that's a big one.
That's a
Okay.
That's
This
like a
one,
third grade,
more.
like
Yeah.
specifically third grade in my mind.
I can see
Kid
it.
with the
Yeah.
backpack. I know his name.
I'm,
I can hear it.
visualizing it. Yeah.
I can just picture the kid. I mean, he was always running at me to headbutt me. but like I just never thought of it as a
Were you
pterodactyl.
bullied? in
Was I
fact?
bullied?
Were you
No.
bullied by like the weird kid?
Maybe you were.
Yeah,
the weird
it
kid.
kind of sounds like it. Like you weren't the weird one, but you were like that.
I was the one, the weird one that we
Yeah.
could run into his
Yeah.
head. All right, this
happened
one
to
is particularly odd. Ended up in a mental institution because his parents bought a new mattress, and while removing the old one, they found multiple mason jars full of blood. No exaggeration, 2 gallons total. There was a police investigation, and it turns out it was all his blood. His only answer as to why was just in case. And I didn't believe it until that last line. I was
Just
like,
in
you got a
case.
good point.
Honestly,
never know.
What if something goes bad? What if there's a
Got my
fucking
blood.
assault on precinct 13 attacking your
I got my
childhood
blood.
bedroom? You're like, don't
What the
worry,
hell?
I'll fucking set this up. I'm
How
good.
do you do it?
Why
I
I don't
don't-
want kids.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah,
What
your
do
kids
we
like
know-
that.
Do we know what his blood
Well,
type was?
What if
I
you're the
mean,
weird kid?
Yeah,
Just out
what
of
if you
curiosity,
have
did he
kids?
say?
He did not say.
No offense,
Okay.
Kate.
I
no.
haven't
Also,
worried
yeah,
about
we said
that
this
yet.
part
I
the whole
guess
time.
I should.
But
That's
Yeah.
not a thing that
What if
other
they're
people do.
weird?
Like,
Like-
that's not a universal.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Obviously.
story.
But
Not
But I
everybody
also
keeps
like. I think
jars
he's
of
just
blood.
he's a forward thinker. Like he's just planning for tomorrow. What if
No,
tomorrow
maybe
you
Maybe
need?
he had, maybe
Don't
he
have
said
kids.
he was like,
Don't have
John.
kids.
No.
I have never really
I don't want kids
spent
for that reason.
a single minute being like, maybe Keegan's gonna be the type of kid who hides. Not once.
I thought you were when you said mason jars. I thought you were going to say
Something else.
Yes.
I thought
You
you
know,
I thought you were
yeah,
going to say
a
urine.
single
That
man.
was
You
so
find out.
so
You
terrible.
Yeah, that would've been more normal.
There long
Yeah.
before
I
you
was like,
found
oh,
the
he
blood.
peed in jars
You
under the bed?
fucking
That's
that room
probably
and be like,
kinda normal.
Jesus Christ. A bunch
No,
of
the cum would be
old
way
cum
more
bottles.
normal.
Yeah.
You
Cum
know
would be
what
more
would take
normal.
Blood's
one mason jar,
horrifying.
let alone multiple?
Oh man.
That's-
We're gonna
How
get
did
more
he- how
to
did he get his blood out?
pictures of cum.
Yeah, I know. That's
What is he just
But-
slicing it? In
We had one time our buddy,
It's not
my
his
buddies.
period blood.
Maybe he taught himself.
Oh,
Maria!
Ladies' night.
Now
Hey,
that
guys,
is
I-
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we all
You
did.
never know when you're gonna need it.
You really don't. You really don't.
That's why I saved mine before this all happened.
You really don't.
We had a buddy, his parents moved his bed, and they found this like a bunch of our spitters under his bed,
You guys are gross.
and we just convinced her that it was dirt for a science experiment. It was like
Oh,
it's like 30 bottles of fucking mud.
Your
and-
friend's
and-
mom really believed, you think that? Like,
I don't think so,
No,
Kevin.
no
She was a
way.
dental hygienist, but she let us have it.
oh my god.
She just wanted to go drink. She was like, I don't give a fuck.
Like, I don't
Whatever
want
else.
Dressed like the Queen of England all through elementary and middle school. Dressed like the Queen of England, hair, shoes, and everything from middle to elementary. Then
Yeah.
dressed like a doll for a year. Then tried to hook up with everyone. Got kicked off stage at a talent show for turning into a burlesque routine. Would work her sexual prowess into every oral report. And in her last year, she came to school 2 times in just a mini skirt and bra. Now, the most of that stuff that happens.
Well, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
You
Sounds
said
like
you
one
started
kid that
this
wears
off-
a certain
The
shit.
Queen of England is really the lead there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That
It's
just
funny
sounds
you
like a
say
heavy
that.
costume
Why?
all the
Because
time.
you
Yeah.
started this off being like,
Yeah.
maybe I'm that kid. You dressed like Peter Pan for multiple years.
I was younger than school. I didn't
I'm
wear it
sorry?
to school.
I don't know if I know
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I dressed like
Oh,
Peter
yeah.
Pan for
Story.
2 years straight.
Oh, like
His-
tights?
Two straight
Yeah,
years.
tights.
Okay.
His
So
mom-
actually have
But
a
I was
shirt.
in a diaper at the time, so like I wasn't going to
diaper.
school.
Diaper.
Kelly, if
Yeah.
you ask his
Oh,
mom,
yeah, I
his
got a
mom
heck
was
of a
like,
bulge in it. That's not real.
What age? What age is this?
she was like, he refused to take it off. Like Polly would be like,
I
he
have a
would not take
t-shirt
it
You
off.
know
with
what though?
him
How
on it.
guys
After
are
you
like
that
that.
you
My
just
brother
called it
didn't take off his
diapers,
like yellow
so-
rain boots from the
Yeah,
ages
yeah,
of 2
but,
to
yeah.
6. Like that's all he wore was
But
the
a
yellow rain
full-blown
boots.
Peter Pan
That's a lot.
costumes.
And
Tights
then-
at that young
Tights.
age is
And
that's
then
embarrassing.
the only way they got me out of Peter Pan was they allowed me to start dressing like the Rocketeer, which was dope. I had a red leather jacket, the gold helmet, and I just
No.
run around in a backpack.
Backpack.
I
Yeah, you were
was the
doing
weird.
it.
You were the guy. Okay. So we solved that finally.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
Idiot.
Okay, this one I'm going to defend too. Got fully naked to pee in the urinal. Now, obviously,
Well, none of us would know.
age
No,
starts
yeah,
to play a
that's-
factor
you
here at
wouldn't
some
do
point,
that.
but I think sub 3rd grade, you're okay dropping trout to pee in a urinal.
I mean,
Is
there's
full
definitely
naked.
there were definitely
naked
kids who
taking
went
pictures.
all
I
the way down
wasn't
to
the
their
kid,
ankles.
but I wasn't like, Georgie, what are you doing? Every time it was his name was George. That's his
Georgie.
government name.
There was this kid.
Damn.
There was
Pray
this
for
kid,
Georgie.
David,
Oh,
who
poor-
he would go
I'm so
pants
bad.
all the way down, and he would stand like if the urinal was the refrigerator, he would stand back.
Oh,
No.
I do that in this fucking bathroom. I get as far back
See,
as I
you're the
can.
weird one. You are the
kid.
kid.
What?
You are the
Yeah.
weird kid.
I mean, yeah, I've done it a time or two. It's not
Just
a
to get-
regular
just to
thing.
challenge
fun?
yourself.
What'd you
Yeah,
do?
just trying to see how far I can get.
Yeah, you also
I'm so
you
bad
get
about it.
weirded out by your stream and everything.
Yeah, well,
think
stream's
I'm-
important.
Where were we recently that you were like,
crazy.
yeah, that person had a weird low stream, soft stream? Oh, Kanye. God, you were.
Oh yeah, Kanye.
Oh,
When he
yeah.
pissed on the
Yeah.
Grammy.
Grammy,
Weak
yeah.
streak.
That was bad.
Funberg was like, well,
That
this
made
guy
me,
used
like-
Super Betamax. His prostate's off.
He also seems super dehydrated. I
Yeah.
feel like nobody said that, but I was
Yeah.
like, no,
It was-
looking bad.
It was too much yellow. It was a
Yeah,
real
way too
weak
much.
stream. I forgot all about that. I erased it by memory. I was so embarrassed for Kanye. I was like, I'm not
That
going
was
to
so
remember
weird.
this.
Going back to the urinal thing, do like boys pay attention to that? At like what age do you start paying attention to what guys are doing at the urinal?
Do you guys
That's a
ever
good
Oh,
look
I
at
still
other
am.
dicks?
I know old men always spit in urinals. It makes no
I
sense
know, but
to
like
me.
at what age did you start noticing that? Because
Every old guy will walk up to a urinal
This is disgusting.
and go, and then just lean like this.
They like
That's
take
so
a nap
gross.
on it, but-
Ah.
Apparently, spitting in a urinal is a normal thing because we did it on CCK, and other than the two of you, were you there that day?
I don't think so.
You like a lot of the guys were like,
Wow.
yeah, I spit in the
Yeah, it's
urinal
not
every
just
day."
old guys. It's mostly old guys who do the lean, but it's
The lean
most
is
most
old.
guys do the spit.
I don't get it.
Is that-
What's
you
the
peek?
point of the spit?
Do I peek?
Yeah.
No, not on like I'll peek in like a communal shower, but I'm not gonna peek at the urinal.
You want
I-
the full.
I mean, like I'm talking back to like
Oh,
high school
peek
sports
in a
days.
communal.
But like,
I mean, in the communal shower is not really even a peek. It's just like you see, you just look.
yeah, it's like I can't help it. Your dick's in my face. What am I gonna
Well,
do
when you
here?
say peek, it sounds
Yeah,
weird.
you
kind
kind
of-
of
I
peek
feel
in
You're
a
like, ah,
communal
fuck, that's a dick.
shower.
And you
You're
kinda
standing
look
right in front of
elsewhere.
him.
This
Yeah.
whole time when you were saying peak, I didn't think you meant like peak, like peepers. I thought you meant like
Orgasm?
peaked in life and orgasm. Like I was like, what the fuck are you
Whoa.
talking about? And why is everyone being so
Yeah.
cool about
When I
it?
was pissing with my
Oh
pants
my
on my ankle in
God.
second grade.
Peeked
That
at the
was.
Yeah, like
Oh, I thought
literally
that
like
was right.
boner and thrilled to be like in public about it, and like that's your peak. That's what I thought you guys were saying, and I was so confused.
See, this is
Totally
this is a ladies' night versus like a guys'
Yeah.
clash right here.
Yeah.
It's just not
Yeah.
computed.
That's
different.
crazy.
No, really, no, I didn't understand that.
Okay. One was just good vomit on demand. I just said he's probably faking it. 7,
True.
cut his own hair in class. Cut his hair while in class. Mentioned he would conquer the world with a revolver. Ended up setting his house on fire and was sent to a mental asylum. Now I thought that was a buried delete again, because the mental asylum and the house on fire is a bigger thing.
Yeah, and the
But
revolver.
there's like, I'm not gonna say they're
I
good
know a
reasons,
kid
but
that
there
did
are
that.
reasons to burn down your parents' house. There's no reason to
I
cut your hair
know
in
a
class.
kid that did that in my town. He burnt his parents' house down.
It's,
It's
yeah.
this,
He burnt
that
his parents'
sounds
house-
like,
like,
I
burnt it to
was
the
there.
ground?
Burnt it to the ground.
Do we
Were
think
they
maybe
in
it
it?
was like he's
They
trying to help
weren't
his
home.
family and get that insurance money?
Hey.
Yeah.
No,
Always
he
went
also
back.
poisoned the teacher.
Oh,
Okay.
he just sounds like a psychopath.
Did
Yeah.
He, did he
How
get,
did he
like,
poison the
arrested?
teacher though?
Went to another school and he's just
gone.
Gone.
I love how that's
I
always
mean,
the
I think
thing.
you
too,
just
like,
transferred,
oh, they went to
yeah.
He
another
was
school.
old
Yeah.
enough
I
to
don't
be
know where they
in
went. Another school.
prison though. Like he was like 17, poisoning his teacher, and they're like, just expel him.
Did
Yeah, I
the teacher
feel like
die?
if poison gets in the
No.
mix, you gotta try as an adult.
What kind of
Yeah.
poison?
You're like,
Put it
you're
in the
really
coffee.
good at it.
Coffee.
Coffee. Put it in the coffee.
You're very cynical today, Rhea.
That was very like.
She said
When I tried to do it,
so
I
many
used
things
ricin. She was
today.
like,
I've said cynical things today.
Yeah, you were like
You have been
talking
dark from
about
the
the
beginning.
dog. You're like, well, it's gonna go to a shelter and
Dark,
get
more
killed
dark.
anyway.
You did talk
And then you're
about
like,
that.
Kate, you're gonna keep the baby.
Yeah.
It's
Well, in your
crazy.
30s, you definitely have to keep.
Death on the
I don't know,
brain.
guys.
Let her
That's-
breathe.
Yeah, that's where I'm
Sometimes
at.
you gotta let that darkness in
Norm
for
is
like
just
a little
stressing,
while.
you know?
Yeah,
She just,
it's not even
you
Norman,
and I
it's just myself.
Let it happen.
It's been a long day.
Naturally.
Let it
8
wash over you.
styrofoam.
Oh, I knew
Again,
a
I'm
kid.
gonna defend this.
No, I knew a kid.
I've never
yes.
had
I'll
styrofoam.
defend that also.
Oh,
But as a
definitely.
kid, I want to know what everything
The
tasted
thought
like.
of
Yeah.
it on your
Or just-
teeth.
It sounds
Fat.
terrible.
It sounds not good, but like glue,
That's like
crayons,
tinfoil.
markers,
Yeah.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh
I want to know what all that
actually
tastes like.
changed, I think,
Chapstick.
to stop you from
I ate a
eating
shit
it.
ton of Play-Doh. We're
I
talking
used to
Play-Doh.
always
You
eat
get what?
Play-Doh.
Ate Play-Doh.
Play-Doh
Like
does not the same
salt?
anymore. Play-Doh doesn't
it's
have the
not?
same like good
It
smell.
used to just be like salt and flour. and I
exactly.
Salt.
It did, yeah, it was salty.
100%
It was
of
so
the time.
salty. Now it doesn't have the same, doesn't hit the same way.
You tried it recently?
Does it smell the same at least?
No, that's what I mean. Like it
Yeah,
smells.
right.
I think they were like,
That's
this smells too
disappointing.
good. Kids are eating it. We had to like lower it. I don't know, whatever.
It was.
I think
Now-
that's how like this generation became like the ASCII generation. We're like, we want to taste everything. like back in the day, they were like,
Literally,
you
yeah.
can taste a pencil or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, all right, pencil's not
Might as
that
well
good.
try it.
There are
I'm
people
just gonna
that
stick
like
to
that,
food.
though.
We're like anything. What do you got? I'll eat it.
Where they eat
That's a
weird
good
stuff.
point.
That's like, isn't that like
Oh,
a,
it's called,
what is that?
it starts with a P.
What?
You like eat
Pika.
things like bits
Yeah.
of paper and like bits
Yeah,
of shit.
I
I feel like that
auditioned for a movie
styrofoam guy
called
probably
Pika, and the
falls under
girl in
that
it got
category.
pregnant and got Pika and started like eating chalk and coffee grinds.
There's
Yeah,
a movie
yeah.
out
I think I
on
know
Netflix
that
right
movie.
now called what's it called? It's like the word is just like what she's eating, but the whole thing is about her eating like glass and eating
Peek was a big movie, right?
Oh,
Not
shit.
like the
I
major
was
budget,
gonna
but
watch
like
it the other
I
day,
think it
but
was
it's
like
on
a
that weird,
critically
like,
acclaimed
voodoo.
movie.
It might have
Whatever,
been. I
right?
honestly
It's not on Netflix. It's
never
on-
even. There's some movies I would like trace down
excited
after
to bring
I
a kid
audition.
into
That
the
one was
world?
that one.
Kate's very excited to bring a child into this world.
Just make sure they're not eating
Yeah, there you
shit.
go.
and,
Yeah.
This is the last one, and it applies
Yeah,
to this
Peek.
and all the ladies here.
Oh boy.
Because I feel like this was a prevalent one. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna defend the pissing at the urinal and the eating weird
You're
shit.
defending all of them, John.
I defend
Yeah,
most
you're
of it,
the
the vast
weak
majority.
Yeah,
in
you
fact.
seem to love these guys.
This girl decided she wanted to be pregnant, which I think happened at a lot of high schools. Like a girl was just like, we want to get pregnant.
Yeah, the pregnancy
'Cause,
pack.
the pregnancy
yeah.
pack
That
was
is
in
true, yeah.
Gloucester, I think.
Yeah.
She proceeded to
Oh my
ask
God.
probably half the people in our
Psychos.
high school if they would impregnate
That's
her.
terrible.
When they all turned her down, she brought a Ziploc bag in and asked random guys to jizz in it. This is the bad part, because it's a great.
That's the bad.
No, because this is just a great nickname. Everyone called her a sperm bank after that for the
Oh
rest of their
yeah,
life.
that's
Wow.
a great
Wow.
nickname. You walked right into
What up,
that one.
Burbank?
That's a really good
I
nickname.
wish we had visuals on
I think
this.
I'd take that nickname too. I'd be like, yeah, well, I did do that. But then I guess, how do you know which one's the baby daddy? Like, it's just a bunch.
I think that's
bunch
what
of
you're
sperm.
all out.
It's
It's like
Because
Russian
I-
roulette, but with sperm, I guess.
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
also pretty hard to
Did
get
anybody-
pregnant through a Ziploc bag, but whatever.
Also, did
True,
anybody
true.
do it?
Doesn't sperm die when it's
See,
there?
and I also think what she looks
Yeah.
like
Just
definitely
pour a
matters
bag
a
of
lot.
cum in there.
Yeah.
Because like if just some fucking hot girl in high school asks you to come in a Ziploc bag, that's just like a cool trick.
I do
Yeah.
like that. Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I would
Absolutely.
say-
Yeah, but sure, why not?
There's a man famous. He lives here in New York City. There's been a bunch of articles about him, but women who just want to have a baby on their own. He has like 50-something kids here in New York City. What he does,
Oh,
he
I've seen
meets
that.
women
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Starbucks bathrooms. He comes in the turkey. Sorry, he jizzes his cum in a turkey baster, and then immediately he leaves the bathroom, hands it to her, and it's like immediate, and then she's turkey basted up in there, and that's
And then she's
Is
like,
he-
"Who's
so
this?"
it can live
That
outside for a
sounds like-
second, I think, and then
Yeah.
That guy
Do you know what he looks like? Crazy?
Oh yeah,
It's-
he
it's like
wears
the
a
premise of
brow.
Vince
He
Vaughn
does like
movie.
reunions
Yeah.
of all his
And I was
kids.
like, I'm not
really
making a
does.
joke. Like I think it's
Yeah.
like a.
Yeah.
I think it is the premise of Vince Vaughn.
Who wants that to be the baby daddy?
This
he
huge
hot?
amount of women because they signed a pact like
Is he like
he's not
hot?
responsible
Is he...
for anything. He's a professor somewhere.
Okay, so
he's-
he's, I mean, he's
hot.
got
It's
good
also
genes.
like it's not you're not
crazy.
paying to go to like a sperm bank and all that. Like you don't
Right.
have to
Boy,
put all
if you
the.
can't
Sure,
pay
he
to go
gets
to
paid,
the
though,
sperm
right?
bank,
Or
probably
is
should
it
be
like,
out
is
of
this
jail.
like a thing that he just
What?
likes to do?
They pay
I don't
him,
know
but
how
it's
much
way
sperm
less
bank
than
going
what
for.
normal
I don't know,
what
but I-
normal
yeah.
If you're
would
trying
be.
to get like in some, what's the word I'm looking for? Not
Oh, if you're doing like
inseminated,
full blown
that's
like
what I'm
IVF
s-
shit, yeah, that's a
Well,
lot.
yeah, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Like
They're just
well,
super quick.
Yeah,
at
they're
it.
like cheating.
they're having a guy.
He should have a completely different looking person in there and just have him do it and come out with it.
Right.
Like, here you go.
But that's probably what's going on. It's all a
Right.
bracket.
She said that he has a
Start
reunion with all of his
outsourcing.
He's
kids.
probably like
Yeah.
He
shredded.
just
This
has
is too
Vince
big.
Wilfork waiting in there.
Oh,
Surprise!
It's like that movie, Delivery Man.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
Google
Yeah,
like
it really
New York
is,
City
like-
sperm donor man, like he'll pop up. He's like famous, kind of. Yeah, he's
New
like
York
older.
City sperm donor man.
Yeah.
What's
Meet
the
up with
Jason
sperm
Bateman
bank
movie?
from high
With
school one
Branson,
day.
Jason
Those two
Bateman,
can-
picture of him.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Horrible
The
Bosses?
Switch or whatever the fuck.
The change up?
No.
Wait, with Jason Bateman?
Also, all those
Great
movies
movie.
apply.
Yeah.
No, I think it's called The Switch with Jason Bateman,
Yeah,
Jennifer
it
Aniston.
is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
great.
that's what I'm thinking of for this.
Yeah.
That's it.
That-
Wait,
I need to look up
Jason
this
Bateman's
man.
in multiple Switch movies? Because I'm thinking with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
The change
The
up.
change
change
up.
up.
That's
He's
the
in
one
the
I
change
said.
up, so yes.
Oh,
He
okay.
is. That's why I said all also makes
Love
sense.
Jason
but
Bateman
yes.
though. I'm not
I
gonna shit
do.
on him for that.
Oh, I
So
love
Jason,
Jason
so
Bateman.
my mom loves Jason Bateman and says that
I
she
love
thinks he's
him.
hotter than Leo DiCaprio.
I would back
I don't
that
know
up.
about
I
that.
really?
I would
don't
back
think
that
that's
up.
the
Hotter
craziest
than.
thing. Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty crazy too.
No,
This
it's
is-
And I love it because I love Bateman. But that's
I
crazy.
love Bateman, but he's not hotter than Leonardo
Don't do
DiCaprio.
this.
I think a lot of Leo's hotness is based on
He
his
seems
like the
personality
guy
and
who's
acting
right?
prowess.
No.
No,
Sure,
but
but-
that's a crazy story too.
Oh,
I think Leo, like,
that's
you get
a
to a lot of
different
pictures of
story.
Leo where you're like,
Because-
if you were on the street, you're just a regular ass dude.
Okay, but
No, in like,
he's
like,
high
like
for-
absolutely.
Fuck, we're gonna go back to 94 now?
I would say
Well,
I
first
don't
of
think
all,
he run
he's
over Leo
cute.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
He's not.
I don't think that's crazy.
That's
But I like Kevin
As somebody
James.
who's with the team, I would take a small run over Leo DiCaprio.
You
Big
love Kevin
surprise.
James?
Like too much. It's weird. It
Kevin
gets
Yes,
weird.
it is. Yes, it is.
No, I don't hate
He's
that.
charismatic.
No, but he's
It's a-
funny.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
that's
fucking
the point.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Off record, yes.
on record.
You're very much on the record.
Who would you rather, Jonah Hill or Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen. Also same.
Really? I
Jonah
like
Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah
Jonah
Hill.
Hill now or Jonah Hill
That
super
Skinny
bad?
Jonah Hill?
Either
Seth
one.
Rogen is.
Jonah
I
Hill.
think Jonah
Jonah
Hill
Hill.
now is like kind of this like iconic dude.
He
I
is
think
for sure,
because
but
I
Seth
feel
Rogen,
like-
like,
I
he's
can't
had
get
his
o-
blow.
oh.
He's like,
True.
Seth Rogen's like a hot dude. He's on the cover of GQ.
Wait,
with
Rogen's
his-
hot.
Seth
Yeah,
Rogen's
Seth
like
Rogen's hot.
Wait,
kind of
in-
hot.
Also, I feel like
hilarious.
Seth Rogen cares if you come too. But I feel like Jonah Hill does.
That's
Yeah,
He's like,
actually-
get out, babe.
He's
we're
too
done.
big now. He's
But-
like,
Yeah.
big city
You know
bright
what?
lights got
That's
to his
a
head.
good point.
Yeah.
I
Not so
was
much for
always
Seth
strongly
Rogen.
Jonah Hill, but I feel like I'm being convinced to pick Seth Rogen.
I
now.
think it's just Seth
Our
He's
Rogen.
taller
reaction
also.
would
It's a great
say
question.
Jonah
Just
Hill,
put
but
that
I
in
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen or Jonah Hill?
It's
Yeah.
one I've asked for years now because I've always had the debate in my head. Jonah
But
Hill
you
or
have
Seth
to
Rogen.
you have to preface which ones though. Like, are we talking about like super bad and
Literally.
Current day. It's always
current
current.
day?
You going back to
Seth Rogen.
Titanic.
Seth
Times,
Rogen,
yeah.
current
Well,
Well,
day.
if we're going
Seth Rogen,
current
yeah.
day and we're going to do Jason Bateman versus Leonardo DiCaprio, current day Jason Bateman
Ozark
is
Bateman?
like
Marty Bird
yeah,
Bateman?
like Leonardo
Marty
DiCaprio,
Bird, man.
obviously beautiful. He still has a beautiful face right now, but he was way hotter. Like
This is why
he was
Yeah,
You
way
said Leo
hotter.
hotter.
but you're,
Brad
it's
Pitt.
still Leonardo DiCaprio.
No,
like,
Brad Pitt is like
Oh.
hotter than Leonardo
Yes.
DiCaprio.
Yeah,
100%.
Brad Pitt is
You know
fucking.
the
Brad
rumors about
Pitt was
like how
always
Leo
fucking
fucks
hot,
girls,
and
right?
Brad
Like how
Pitt
he puts
is.
in
Brad Pitt is, like,
headphones and just like
perfect.
fucks them from behind. That's like a thing
Yes.
that people know.
Brad Pitt
Yeah.
right
His
now.
So
GQ
Leo would
pictures
be
too
strictly,
are
I had sex with Leonardo
stunning.
DiCaprio, like you probably are not coming, you're also not even like looking at him,
He's
it's
wearing
not
headphones.
intimate,
And
he's
he's-
wearing
yeah.
headphones, it's
Yeah.
like weird.
I mean,
But
you
I
know,
still would though.
Weird. Why
Just
was
I
that
totally
weird?
would.
if you're
Yes.
listening.
again, on record.
Yeah, on record,
On
Leo,
record,
I'm still
would
down.
let you violate
No,
me with
yeah.
the headphones on.
But
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah,
Brad
sounds
Pitt
wonderful.
and Leo, you put them next to each other. Brad Pitt,
Oh, it's
way
a
hotter.
For every
Yeah.
variation of
Yeah.
all periods of time, it's always Brad Pitt.
There was one
I
period
remember
where
there
Leo
was
was hotter. There was
definitely-
definitely
yes.
a period
I
where
agree.
Leo
Everyone
was
was obsessed
hotter.
Yes.
with him
But
for
right now-
one
Well,
time.
Jack from Titanic.
They go
is
like they're like
yeah.
always like back and
But
forth.
Thelma
Pretend not
and
top
Louise,
Jack from Titanic.
Thelma and Louise, Brad Pitt in that movie,
Yeah.
you know he knows how to fuck. There are certain guys, I see like a dirtbag hanging outside of 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
He's like got like a white beater on, but I'm like, I can tell that guy knows how to fuck. It's like,
Yeah, you know what?
how I
That's
feel
how you
about
ended up
it.
pregnant.
Yeah.
That's
May
how
I
I
ask
feel about
you- may I
Russell
ask
Brand
you
is like that.
an
Russell Brand
intrusive
fucks, you
question?
think?
yeah.
100.
Noted.
What?
But it's like,
Russell
yeah.
Brand
Russell-
fucks.
But I love him for that
Russell
reason.
Brand
Exactly.
definitely fucks.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe.
No, guys
I was like, that's
were
weird.
like,
That was that
Russell
guaranteed.
like a
Russell Brand definitely
polished, a polished guy doesn't look like he fucks
No.
at all. You
Right.
need some rugged.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Ugly hot.
Like, wasn't his thing like he was into like handicap porn?
Yeah,
At
he's a
least
weirdo.
The rumor
He's a
was.
sex addict.
It's like why?
which makes
Yeah,
sense.
right.
So,
He
yes,
literally
he
It's
does.
like why
That's
King
not funny.
Harry broke up, something like that.
I just
Like,
love
Yeah.
Oh.
by the way, I can't believe it took us over an hour to start getting into hot dudes. 'Cause
Well, I'll tell you, when it's guys' night, we do this right away. I don't know what you guys are talking about on your
I
night.
have to ask Kate an intrusive question.
Oh, well.
Ask it.
Are you hornier now that you're pregnant?
Yeah. Could call me Norm.
My dick's out all the time.
Is this a true thing that happens?
It is true thing. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm feeling violated.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, right on, girl.
Yeah, good for you.
So one
Kill
time
that
there was
vibrator.
a networking event here at Barstool
Oh.
where you know
Oh
they
my
bring
God.
in advertisers out. I end up talking to this lady who's like just right away giving me TMI. This story is gonna leave me even weirder.
Hop in.
She's
Buckle
like
up,
giving
folks.
me
We're going for a
TMI,
ride.
and at some point she's like telling me all about her sex life and stuff, and I'm just sitting here like for the free booze and stuff, and I'm like, all right. And so then she starts asking me all these questions, and I'm trying to like, okay. She asked me for my address. I give it to her. I don't think twice about it. I never see her again. A few weeks later, I get a big ass dildo in the mail from this
Wow.
lady who was here at this networking event.
What?
Yes. I swear
This
to
is,
you.
I think, kind of like violating.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
This is like
Also,
illegal.
what
or
if
If
something.
we followed those rules,
If this
we
was
would
a
file for
Free
sexual
dildo?
harassment.
Sure.
Yeah.
This person is kind of a big personality. They're like pretty well known, and so I was kind of like,
I can't
what?
wait to ask
Yeah,
later.
and so
Was it Alex Cooper?
And so I was kind of taken aback. I was like, whoa. And so I put it up in the closet. So as a joke, I could be like, do you know who sent me this? Blah, blah, blah. LOL, here's the story. And then the last couple weeks, I've been like, man, it's right there.
Nice.
Yeah, like,
That is the attitude
attitude.
You have
So the
to-
answer is
you
yes.
have to-
Yes, you're hornier
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
pregnant.
You have to use it. I like
So-
want a report.
I'm
I'll tell you if
definitely
it's
gonna
good and
ask
I
you
might
who
buy
this
it for
person is
myself.
Oh, yeah.
when this wraps up.
What's that?
I'm definitely asking you who this person
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
when
it's
this
for
is
sure.
over.
Yeah.
Is it a sponsor that's like a big sponsor here?
They're more of they just happen to be here with all these sponsored advertisers, but they're more of a personality kind of person than a.
That's fantastic.
That's the vibe
Is
I
it a
got.
dildo
It's like
or
somebody
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody kind of big. They have like a pretty big following. And so I just opened. I was like, "Scoop-a-doop." What from who? I was like, "Look
Was
at
there
this girl."
a note with it? Yeah.
Huh?
Was there a note with it?
No.
No.
But it's
No.
Don't know
Also kind of hot. What?
Skelly's like, can I
Who is
have
this?
her
Like, can I become my pen pal? Because this sounds
I'm
lovely.
so curious.
Yeah.
You'll all know.
I look forward to it.
But anyway.
God, I wanted you to just say
Yeah,
it.
I can't say it.
I'll tell you the gender of my very special child, but I'm not going to tell you who sent me a mystery.
Take that to the grave.
Yeah. So.
Let's do 3
my
ATI
God.
questions, and
Yeah.
then we'll go. You get the ATI app out right now. I keep saying this, but we keep slacking. There will be a new deck out. The sports deck is coming, a couple other categories. So download the app now. You can buy all 5 bundles for like $15 or something like that, and then we'll have a new deck coming out. This one is usually for the guys, but I'm going to give it to you for the girls. Kind of like, what would you rather your man do? So would you rather give up 1 inch of dick for 6 inches of height, or the other way around?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh,
Are you
yes.
kidding?
So
Like increase in height.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
And your dick gets smaller.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we
No.
always go down
I'm
to
not-
My
3.
boyfriend's already tall.
Wait.
I would keep the dick.
I would
Well,
keep
I
it.
guess,
Wait,
I
we're
guess,
doing
well, I
this
guess
for
it
our
depends,
boyfriends?
like how.
It depends
like,
on height.
Yeah, it depends
You're
on
like,
how,
I'm not
how
gonna
tall
add
are
6
they.
But I mean,
inches
so-
to Hank. He's already
Yeah.
tall.
Right,
Yeah.
that depends on how tall you already are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
My
you gotta be
boyfriend's
pretty tall for 6 inches to not really matter. For you girls.
I'm still
Six-
going.
Hank is
100%.
6
1
foot,
inch of the
6'1",
dick.
I'm
I'm
pretty-
really not going
Yeah,
to
I
notice
mean,
1
she's-
inch.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
for
say
6
6 inches.
Right, I
of
mean,
height.
I
I
agree.
be
1
taller
You're
than
good
that.
with like
Yeah,
5'7".
1 inch is not that much.
Yeah,
I
if it
don't
was
need
two-
to worry about that because my
2 is,
boyfriend's
yeah,
6
2 is a
foot.
different story.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He'll.
Oh, if he was
Oh, wait,
5'7",
wait,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
wait,
that's-
so I need to
yeah.
choose the other one. So wait, so now
Yeah.
he's gonna lose 6 inches.
No, he doesn't
No.
lose anything.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. You
Except
can.
for
Okay,
Okay,
so I was like,
so-
wait a second, now we're losing 6 inches. Like what?
So that's where you guys would really care, right? Is losing the height.
Yes.
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 Well, all of a sudden, if he became 5'7",
Yeah,
I'd be
exactly.
like, all right, well.
So the
The height's
height
most
is
important,
way
yeah.
more important than the dick, is what
Yes.
Yes.
it
Yes.
really comes down to.
Yeah.
Height is more
Yeah.
important.
Say it in
It
a-
Way
de-
more.
yeah, it
Now, what
depends
if it
on the
was
depends
like-
on the starting
Disagree.
height.
I disagree.
Really?
You like a big old dick, Kate?
Right
Hey,
now,
you're talking a lot about big dicks.
She's like, give me as much dick as possible. Absolutely.
Did you hear the story about the
Kate was
dildo?
just
She went
talking
like
about,
this
like-
with
Yes.
it.
She was like dancing in front of it like it's a fucking stomp the yard.
Yeah.
thing.
But, Kate, but like,
Oh,
if, like,
different.
so how tall are you?
I'm 5'9", I'm tall.
Right. So I'm like we're the same height. So if the guy
Me too.
was like yeah, so
Wait a second. You guys are all 5'9"?
I'm
You're
5'8".
5'9".
I'm 5'8" and 5 yeah, between
5'8".
5'8"
You
and
don't
5'9".
seem tall.
I am.
Tall bitch.
I'm between 5'8" and 5'9".
These are some
Oh.
tall
my
bitches.
God.
But like if
Big
the
bitches.
guy was like
Okay then.
5'8" with like a 6-inch dick, you would say you would rather him be, and I can't do math here, 6'4" with a
5 inch?
5-inch dick than
Ah, shit. I just want the shorts to know their love.
Shorts. I'll tell you what doesn't look good. Call them the shorts.
Yeah.
I also want to
Oh,
say
you
short
little
kinks,
bitches to know you
Yeah,
can get
not
it
so
too.
much.
Short kinks.
They're great people.
short
but-
kinks can be loved by other people.
Yes.
Not
by people that are
unfortunately.
5'3".
Well, people that
They
are
can be loved
5'3",
by
not
real,
5'9".
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You
You're a
guys
king
are,
for
like,
sure,
way
but just
too
not
tall
hiking.
for that.
Yeah, between 5'8"
Yeah.
and 5'9", you can't have.
5'8" would be perfectly fine for me, I think. I don't even think I'd notice it.
No,
No,
It's
you-
five
the
inches
thing
taller
is,
than
it's
you.
not actually what you like need. It's like a perception thing.
No, I disagree with that.
I was
it's
never
what I
like
need.
a
what I needed.
I need a tall
I tried
ass
dating a
guy.
short
like,
guy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, when
no.
they're like they
I
want to
just
wear
like to feel
heels and shit
small.
like that. They
Right,
need-
it's what I
Yeah,
need.
no,
yeah.
I'm way shorter.
When I wear heels, I'm
So-
like 6'1",
6'1",
6'1",
yeah.
Yeah.
So it
I
is
like
what
to
we
feel
I
need.
never
small, and it's
mind
rare
followed
to feel small.
Yeah.
So
At your
a
height.
taller guy makes you feel small.
Do you think I'm short? Do
I
get
thought you were
short
like
girl
around
energy?
the thing is,
Short girl.
I
energy.
really
I don't know what that
can't
is.
tell like
Yeah.
how short I really am. Like sometimes, like
Yeah.
I think I'm like everyone's height. So
Ew, I didn't know you were gonna go with your height there. Like, sometimes I just can't tell how tall I am. I get gauging other people can be difficult. Like sometimes I just don't know where I
well,
start.
because I'm
and
like, oh, I look at her when we're standing up. I look her in the eye. She's not like looking down on me.
True.
it makes sense.
Yeah, well, I'm not like 6'7".
Yeah.
Well, I
I'm
feel
not
like according
crazy
to
huge.
Kate, everyone's all the same height lying down.
It is a good
Oh,
point.
that's
That's
true.
true.
The same height. You're
Oh,
all
that's
beautiful.
sweet, Kate.
Oh,
Oh,
you.
okay, we can talk about souls.
What's the youngest age child that could beat you up?
Any age, I think.
Not any age. You could take
You
Maybe
beat up
like-
a 4-year-old. You beat up a 6-year-old.
yeah,
You beat
okay.
up an 8-year-old. You beat
I'm gonna
up
say-
a
I
I
said
said if you have an
ten.
8-year-old.
I
8-year-old,
think
no way.
10 or
No way.
12.
8.
If they're beefy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
like
a
a fat
fat
kid,
little
then
kid.
Yeah,
I mean, like
fat.
I think I was gonna say 8.
I was gonna.
I
For you?
You've seen
I don't
8-year-olds
remember what
fucking
kids
thin.
look
Well,
like.
yeah, we always bring up like they're like these Russian kids who like fight trees for a living.
I mean,
Yeah,
fuck,
no,
what's
yeah.
his name?
Yeah.
The MMA guy. Habib,
Yeah.
he used to wrestle
That's what I
bears
mean.
as a
like
child.
the
Well,
Russian
okay, let's just
kids
talk
who
about
fight trees.
average
that was
around.
gonna hit at
kids.
recess.
I need like
Average
a
kids.
good old normal
Regular
American
kid.
kid.
Regular
10?
kid. 10.
10
Like
kids.
I could pick it. I could walk into the school and pick them out.
Yeah.
Oh, I could
Oh,
kill
okay.
a 10-year-old,
Okay, yeah.
but like
No,
if
no,
I
no, no.
pick one.
Yeah.
How old are the kids in
think
Step
you could?
Brothers?
I felt
think
like
it
mad
could.
enough.
You
I
think you
If
think
it's
could
like
beat the shit out of a 10-year-old?
If it
Yeah.
said some stupid shit, yeah,
Yeah.
you could fucking.
if it didn't come correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The homies were pressed.
Yeah. Disrespected the squad.
Yeah.
You could kill
How-
him.
they're
Kate's
like-
like, I will beat the shit out of any kid.
In Step Brothers, like the whole, like how old are those kids supposed to be that beat them up all the time?
Those are like teen. Like,
Are they?
I'll give them
Middle
13.
school?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
13.
I feel like
12-year-old
13-year-old
beat
can
me
fuck
up.
you up.
Yeah.
I think maybe a teenage girl I could beat the shit out of. A boy would be like 8. That's just.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of
Yeah.
I
strength.
think a
but-
teenage girl could beat the shit.
They're like a
I
spider
think that I
monkey.
would ruin
Ugh.
her mentally before she
Yes.
got the
Oh,
chance.
Yeah.
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 You
Yeah.
know what?
So
a
I
teenage
remember
girl?
Oh,
a
yeah.
teenage girl.
Your
Like,
teenage
came up
girls
to me
are-
like trying to fight. I'd be like, "You look fucking stupid,"
Yeah.
and then she'd be like,
You're like
And
Kristen
that'd be
Wiig
it.
in
Yeah, right.
Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
She
Where
would
she's
just
just
say
like
you
calling the
first.
girl
You
a
look fucking
whore.
stupid,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, oh my god.
I would also be like that. I have to really get in there first.
Yeah, it
So
would depend
that's-
on what
that's the
kind
thing.
of. She'd be like, "You're old," and you'd be like,
And I'd be like, "That's what Botox is for."
That's a
I would-
Kristen Wiig in
Kristen Wiig in Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
And
Yeah,
she's like
something
calling the
you
girl a
do.
whore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet you could blow
I literally do that. I'm sure you do like
Yeah.
once a week.
Oh, you do that
I
all
work
the
it into
time.
every
I
joke
love
I
it.
have.
I love it.
All right, last one. Would you rather tell your mom everything sexual you've ever done, or have to show her your entire porn history?
Tell her every sexual
Tell
thing.
her all the
Whoa, that was
Yeah.
a quick answer.
I feel like
No,
I
tell
like
her.
say shit to my mom all the time. And she's just like,
That's
whatever.
amazing.
Like,
Casey and Kate, notably silent.
Yeah.
I think porn history.
Mine know.
Really?
They listen to radio, and I'm like, so anyway, I was good. Like he was, and that's how it. And my dad's like, please stop doing this. Like, I'm really
My
sorry.
sweet baby girl,
Yeah,
please
yeah.
stop.
Stop doing this.
That was the beginning, and
I
now
feel like my
like,
mom knows all of
Yeah.
mine. So,
Well,
No, my mom's
I
not
feel
in
like
on that stuff.
the thing you gotta, again, the reason why I think it's different with maybe guys and girls is like, there's things in my porn history that's not even like sexual, just like straight morbid curiosity. You know what I mean?
I feel that
yeah, like you
I've
see
seen the
somebody's
things that
sex
it's like-
tape leak and you're like, or something, or you're just like,
I'd rather
you
her
see
know
something
that
pop
than
up,
what
you're
I'm
like,
doing.
what is that?
Yeah,
You have to look
yeah,
at it.
Yeah.
I
Like,
feel like anything with
handicap
porn,
porn.
it's like you
Like
get
that
you
guy.
fall down a hole as
Yeah.
you see it
Yeah.
on YouTube or like
Right.
Twitter,
Yeah,
and
that's-
all of a
it's
sudden
also
it's
like,
like,
it's
wow,
not-
how did I get here?
You're
What the
thinking,
hell am I
you know,
watching?
But it's
Yeah,
not,
yeah, yeah.
like to me, it's like not what I'm doing though. Like if my mom
Yeah.
is like, well, it's like it's still not me. Like yes, I was watching that, but I've watched a lot of fucked up movies.
Yeah, but then your
too.
mom's
Yeah.
gonna be
That's
like,
honestly
Casey,
fair
you
to say.
masturbate to porn?
Right.
That's a
I
whole
would-
other conversation.
I would
Everyone
ra-
knows.
I would much rather her know that
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
shit I.
Right, so
Casey,
Casey's
I
a
think
hoe.
I'm,
Yeah,
I, think
everybody
I'm,
knows.
I think I'm actually with her on that
Like-
because
like-
she can't visualize me doing it.
Right.
She
like
just
if I'm
knows
like,
that I
Mom,
have
let
seen
me
it.
let me tell you what
Yeah,
I
she can
did that
judge
night
those
in
things.
college.
Well, I don't know.
versus
You can't
like-
visualize any of it. Like if you watch that, that's what you're doing. Now I'm
I
visualizing.
No,
know. I think
no,
I'd be like,
no.
oh,
What you
isn't
watch
this
is
crazy? I could see
Yeah.
That's what your mom's gonna do.
Yeah,
I know.
you can realize it was a joke.
No,
It was
my,
for a
Exactly.
well,
blog.
my,
You
we're
can,
actually-
but your
like,
mom's thinking it.
But my mom also knows the difference between having sex in real life and watching porn. And like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
I
she
say
does.
to me, well, I mean,
I
yeah,
don't think
you're
my
who
mom's
the
ever
fuck I
watched
am.
porn, that's why.
Well, she's definitely
That's-
watched
yeah.
porn.
No,
so
my
I
mom,
think-
you
No way
haven't
your
talked to my
mom
mom
watches
enough.
porn. No way.
But I feel like
My mom
if
is an angel.
it's like
No way.
it's like
She's an angel.
it'd be like
No way
me
she
saying
does.
like
My
I
mom
would
went.
like if I murdered somebody versus like watching murder
Well,
mysteries.
yeah.
Like
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess so.
it is.
Boy, is that a stretch.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I'm sold. I'm literally
No,
sold
it's
by
not.
Casey telling this story. And I'm
No,
not
it's
about to call
not.
my mom and be like, listen to the porn I've been watching,
No,
but don't
it's not
ever
because
ask.
people
what
have
I've
sex.
done.
They don't murder people.
Well, people do murder people
Not
every day.
everybody. Everybody has sex. Not
No,
everybody
but are you
murders.
just telling
No,
your
it must be
mom,
nice
like,
to be a
what
man.
you
No,
did
right?
when you have
Statement
sex, or
to
you
say.
just telling her you had sex and who
No,
you
like
had
a whole
sex
sexual
with?
history, like
detailed.
everything you've done.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
like,
gonna be
oh,
like,
like I'm
it's gonna
giving
be
her
like an
like
oral
Yes.
history.
blueprint of like
Yes.
every sexual
And
thing
then
I've
this,
done.
and then
Yes.
this.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Like-
okay. I was
That's
thinking like just
horrible.
people
That's
I've had sex with.
horrible.
No,
Like,
no.
Not even
He's
that.
saying like
or
blueprint.
like I had sex.
That'd be worse.
Just that
No.
in general.
From what I
I think I could get away with just like I don't remember.
Yeah.
from
And
what
she'd be like, I
I
believe you.
what I
I don't know why, but I
It-
believe her.
And
the
I
way
said,
that
I
I
don't remember my
interpreted
mom.
it
She'd be like,
was
you
your-
are trash
right.
and never never coming to this house. Like, are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah.
Like I'd have to be like, Mom,
Disaster.
this is what we did. Like I interpret it as it's your blueprint. You tell her everything you've ever done
Yes,
with
yes.
everybody you've ever done versus watch porn. Watch porn 10 out of
Yeah,
10.
I'm
Oh, I
10 out
didn't
of
really
10.
think of it
Watch
in like that way. Like I literally thought like, oh, I just need to tell my mom who I had sex with. Like,
No.
I
I'm
didn't
also
think I could
picturing
give
like
her
I have to
detail.
fight my mom to tell her.
No.
Like she's like,
Actually,
shut
yeah.
the fuck
Blowjob
up!
With ripping
This
her
is
ears
the
out.
fucking thing a genie put in me. I have to keep going.
The card said so, huh? Yeah.
We're only back to 2014. You better buckle up.
Yeah, porn for sure.
Yeah, definitely
Sure.
porn. Now that I
Yeah, now that you guys
details.
are like making it clearer to me.
Yeah.
He persuaded you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we were gonna do some more cards, but Kate has a dildo to get home too, so.
Certainly do.
Especially after this conversation.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, she's like,
You're all
I
like,
did
over there.
Tonight, make sure you
Yeah.
drink your Revitalyte before you go out. Have half a bottle before you go to bed, the other half in the morning, to make sure that you can, get up in the morning and do it all over again, basically. I also recommend mixing it because that was delightful. So go to drinkRevitalyte.com/find. You can find out where to get yours. It's the electrolytes mixed with the vitamins and the fucking whatever else that makes it good for you. It
The
tastes
good
good.
stuff.
Zinc.
The zinc.
Lot of
Sure,
zinc.
the
Lot of
fucking
zinc. Gotta
Lot
have
of
that
zinc.
zinc.
Yeah.
So go get yours. Go to drinkRevitalyte.com/find. Kate, congratulations.
Thank you very
Brianna,
much.
welcome aboard.
Kate.
Kelly, welcome aboard. You too,
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah, we're some
around.
old hags.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys next week.
Yeah.